Good evening, and welcome to this week's London's Burning. To start with, this is a warning that this is an RP game. It is designed with personal horror and drama in mind. Characters in the stream may be referred to in ways that we would never refer to them in real life, apart from Isaac, who we just call the sexy beast. Vampire the Masquerade deals with many social aspects people face in the current modern world. They are meant to elicit emotional responses in the viewers and characters, but is only set in the game and does not reflect our actual views or outlook on the world. All people are welcome, but please be warned that we will deal with aspects that some may consider offensive and are not meant to be taken out of context of the game itself. We like drama, but only in game, and we do not want drama outside of the game. Welcome to the Chronicle, London's Burning, a story set in the city of Oxford about a group of vampires and kindred society reeling from the exodus and loss of London. Tonight, we are joined by the Camera Bruja Armand, portrayed by Nitro Taipat. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. Wonderful. Xavier Long, the Anarch Bruja, portrayed by Tina. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. Congratulations this week. The Anarch Gangrel Ricky, portrayed by Tavi. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. You're getting hungry tonight. The Camera Toreador Rhapsody, portrayed by Groundhog. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. You're also getting hungry tonight. The Camera Banu Hakim Blood Scholar, the sensational Sidra, portrayed by Ms. Hutz. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. And last but not least, Isaac of the Hakata family of Clan Cappadocian, portrayed by Noscavian. Please do a rouse check to awaken from your torpor state. You don't have to this week, because you slept with the grave dirt. You are therefore immune to the rouse check from awakening.
Exactly. Thank
you. Isaac's got a jar of dirt.
Not anymore, it doesn't.
It's been used.
Soiled.
Useful stuff.
Sidra is preparing her sword, Wishdorn, which I've probably completely mauled the name of.
No, actually, you got it.
Sweet. All I had to do was sneeze. Sheathing it and placing it on her person. As she begins to exit her haven by climbing through the trapdoor, she opens the door but notices a note pushed through and held in place. The note reads, "My fellow scholar, I am willing to help you with your research. It is easier if I send you to my library rather than converse with you over this. The library is only for you. Do not bring anyone else with you. Dispose of this letter. I cannot afford my library to be compromised. I'm sure you understand. -B. P.S. There has been some annoying ghoul hanging around the area lately attempting to get in. I'm not worried about it entering, and it's clearly not of Camarilla property. The Ivory Tower and I have an understanding, you see. Feel free to deal with it as you see fit. There's an industrial waste disposal bin by the entrance, should you need it. And the address is on the other side of the letter."
I think I'll take a detour.
Sidra approaches the address given to her from Beckett's letter, having taken a Vuba from her haven as a secret location marked out for her. Sidra checks the paper once more, making sure she has the right place, speaking the words on the paper out loud to reassure herself that she has it right. As the last syllable of the words dances into the air, her voice rings as the wall in front of her hums with energy, revealing itself to her with symbols of magic power glowing on the door. Sidra recognizes Enochian symbolism, but isn't fluent in the language to be able to decipher it, merely guessing it is part of some word or similar such magic.
I knock on the door.
I mean, you knock, and you hear it echo, but there's no one there to answer it.
I cautiously push open the door.
Sidra steps into Beckett's coveted library, perhaps the first person that wasn't Beckett to do so in decades. She trips over the lining on the floor as you can hear her say, "Ow." She takes in the area before her, probably struck by how surprisingly small it is. Not some grand, multi-layered, massive hall filled with forbidden tomes of knowledge. More like a room within a house. A single chandelier dangles from the ceiling of the room, with electric light bulbs dotted around each sconce inside to provide more than enough light needed to illuminate the area. Under the light is a single large leather seat in pristine condition with a table next to it, and a single large wax candle, never used. Perched next to the candle is a piece of paper, neatly folded, with the word Sidra elegantly written upon it and underlined.
I open the piece of paper.
Do-do-do-do. There you go.
It's too small on my screen.
Pop it out.
I'm working
Not
on
the
it.
first time I've said that to you.
Dear Sidra, welcome to my library. You're standing in a place a great many kindred would kill to be in. There are hundreds of forbidden tomes and books, perhaps more than you will ever encounter in your entire unlife, even if you live 1,000 years. I don't mean to brag, but I take a not so modest amount of pride in my collection. Although you are free to read what you so wish, I fear you may be lost, and this library will only permit you entry for one night, and you may miss what I wanted you to see the most. I've taken the liberty of finding my copy of Encyclopedia Vampirica. It's a first edition. Was close to the author and his collaborators. I've taken the liberty of marking page 11 and 12 for you. I believe that is the most pressing for you concerning your recent encounter. You asked about Ramla. I'm afraid that one is something out of my field. I'm aware of the mythology due to the possible connection to an antediluvian, but such beings are more fantasy than fact in my belief. Likely the story is in reality some local noblewoman being embraced, and rightly feared before entering Torpor to awaken. If the figure even exists, of course. Enjoy your time here. Feel free to search for anything else you might wish to investigate, but be wary of the time. Beckett. Is there a book on the table?
Yes.
I flip to page 11 and 12.
Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Done.
I'm not reading all this out loud.
I would just look at the bottom right.
Abomination. These undead lupines may have many names. Immortal children, damned Yura, Vrikalos, Pale Ones, and Luna's demons. For fear of dying, some lupines turn to kindred and offer service in exchange for eternal unlife. But there are only very few. For the experience of the change is usually painful enough to kill these poor souls. A lupine embraced by a kindred will probably die, and this death is never easy, but always excruciating. They are very powerful and versatile, but they lose their regenerative abilities. They are robbed of their mystical ties to the Earth Mother. Although they are very powerful, they are forever alone. Camarilla kindred rarely admit their responsibility for embracing a lupine. Pull up the next page. Most are tied to their sire by a blood oath. Occasionally, they find shelter with the Dancers in the Dark or the Sabbat, but usually these alliances don't last. Interesting. I make these notes down in my notebook to share with the rest of the coterie later. Looking at the time.
You've still got enough
Do I
time
have
to have
more
a look
time?
through. Yeah.
I do a quick browse of the books closest to me.
Intel, occult, difficulty 3, please. It's intelligence and occult.
I
But I
figured.
shorthanded it because I'm lazy. Sidra goes through some of the shelves, finding a great many ancient tomes, none of which catch her eyes until she stumbles across a book entitled The Book of the Bahari. Sidra takes the book from the shelf and opens it on the first page.
Make me read more.
I think I felt I had to fucking write it.
There, that's better. The Bahari believed that Lilith, the Dark Mother, would have been the greatest gardener of Eden if not for Adam and the human god. She had 3 gardens: Elena, the Garden of Hope; Danu, the Garden of Renewal; and Bahara, the Garden of Suffering. Whether the gardens were each a physical place or a metaphor is of some debate, but their names and the events surrounding them are without question part of the Bahari belief, and what one could call their liturgy. In one of the few ways the Bahari have always been unified, they are intent on forming new gardens of paradise, or their interpretation of what paradise is, around the globe. Historically, the Bahari named the city of Jericho their new Garden of Renewal, where between the, I think that's a number 9, 9th to 14th century CE, kindred could find sanctuary succor, and time to pacify their beasts. The Inquisition of the time routed the domain, but for a time it was one of the Bahari's strongholds. Likewise, a powerful Bahari cell declared Oslo their Garden of Suffering in the 19th and early 20th centuries CE, but that group disappeared almost overnight prior to the start of the Second World War, leaving other kindred to discover the domain had been used for the imprisonment, torture, and diablerie of countless vampires for over a century. None of the Oslo cell have re-entered society under the same name since that time. The superiority of Lilith to Cain is a vital part of their belief structure, and the hate of Cainites is not something open to interpretation, let alone something to be approached with passivity or without violence. Cainites, down to the very last one, will either become... I don't know what this word is. Something the garden or die. Can't read it. The religious opinion that all supernatural creatures in the world are the children of Lilith is widespread, but not required. In the end, beneath any poetries within the Bahari comprises a spectrum. Again, I note this all down in my notebook. What's that?
Interpretation.
Oh, is that what that word was? It did not look like
Couldn't interpret interpretation.
Bad font. Bad handwriting. It's supposed to be handwriting, wasn't it? Bad handwriting.
And you don't get an XP point now for reading that out loud. I checked the time. You should probably make a shifty.
Finalizing last few notes in my notebook, putting everything away the way it was, blowing out the candle, I leave.
Sidra opens the library's hidden and modest door. It silently glides open, and as Sidra steps over the threshold, it silently closes itself behind her. She steps out into the night and notices the white-haired female ghoul that Beckett told her of in his letter.
I checked to see if the ghoul has seen me.
Yeah, it's probably staring at you, wondering where you just appeared from, suddenly, with a solid wall behind you.
Can I help you?
Who are you? What are you doing here? How did you get in? What? Tell me everything.
In? I'm outside. I was just walking by.
I'm a fucking idiot. I know exactly what's here. You
Then
have
what's
to
here?
let me in. You have to tell me how to get in.
Then what's here?
A font of knowledge forbidden to all. It should be free for everyone to read.
Forbidden and, I believe, secret. How did you find out about it?
It's as much a secret as the person who owns it likes to brag about it.
Who owns it?
A certain gangrel entrepreneur.
What do you care?
I care not for him, only the knowledge inside. Let me in, stupid girl.
Pardon me?
You heard me.
Why would I let you in?
Because surely you believe that this knowledge shouldn't be selfished away and hidden from everyone who wants to see it?
Knowledge can be dangerous.
And that is why it should be shared for all, rather than gatekept by one person.
What's your intent here? If you think dangerous knowledge should be shared with the world, what are you trying to do?
Put everyone on a level playing field. We don't know what this gangrel has in mind for absolutely everyone else. We can't trust him. Can't trust you for that matter.
You're merely a ghoul. I can't trust you.
I'm a ghoul in service to someone clearly far superior to you.
Oh, and who's that?
I'm not so stupid to speak his name.
I don't think I took that power.
Just make her bubble up and explode.
Well, do I need information from her first? Okay, as opposed to rating, I can't compel her to tell me the truth, can I? It's just to do things, right?
No, you can compel. You can use compel to force a question.
Then I use compel and ask her again. Who's your master? Who do you serve?
I serve someone directly underneath the Baron.
Who is?
Douglas microphone camera.
I see.
Certainly Douglas. That makes sense.
Is that Doug MC for short?
No, Douglas the Hedgehog.
No, microphone camera. Doug MC.
Ah, I don't know what his job is.
Yeah, you're not someone I'm concerned about. And I would suggest that you stop hanging around here before something happens to you.
You don't get to tell me what to do.
It would be a breach of security to let you keep hanging around here.
Are you calling me a breach of security, foolish girl? And she is walking up to you and sort of sizing up to you.
As she walks up to me, I just pull out my sword and hold it in front of me straight, so she'd have to walk into the sword to get any closer.
I would gladly walk into any kind of weapon for my master. I have been commanded to investigate and find access to this place.
You're gonna fail.
You doubt me. How do you dare doubt me?
Because I'm not gonna tell you how to get in. I'm not gonna let you in.
She pushes the sword to one side, or at least attempts to, and then slaps you around the face. You will let me in.
I bite my tongue, filling my mouth up with blood. Wrong button.
I think that's a rouse check.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yes. Rouse check. So that's going to be your strength and blood sorcery versus her stamina and occult.
I spit at her. Oh, wait. Helps when I hit the right button. Smack me, bitch.
You successfully smack your bitch up. The bloody
Actually, no,
loogie-
I spit at her.
The bloody loogie hits her square in the face, and she lets out screams and screams of agony. That does... That's aggravated damage, isn't it? To a mortal.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Oh, right. Never mind. No, she collapses unconscious in front of you into a crumpled heap of bone and skin.
Oh!
And you can hear the blood sizzling on her face.
See, I'm not the only one that can melt people. I look around for the previously mentioned waste disposal.
It's quite obviously just sort of stood there, empty, suspiciously waiting to be filled with something, like a white-haired, man-hating lesbian.
I pick up the body, or what remains of it, and throw it in the dumpster. Do I need to press a button?
No.
Okay.
You can do a quick one-liner if you'd like. It's garbage day!
Just taking out the trash.
Meanwhile...
Making sure the scene is clean,
Oh, okay.
I leave.
Okay. Meanwhile... The Coterie's domain pub is still busy. The clientele have split off, as always, into their own social groups, and the crowds of people provide a white noise of power. Dolores is working the bar, serving many customers. The rest of the Coterie are downstairs in their newly refurbished office. Xavier has received a text from Valdris, the Anarch Toreador who runs Pub Dread. She has requested him and his Coterie meet in the pub. Sidra enters the pub after a while, having completed her errand at Beckett's library.
I head downstairs, assuming that's where everyone else is at.
I nudge him on and show him my phone.
Hey, what's up?
You see the text from Valdris that says to come meet her.
Oh, goody.
Mm-hmm. I don't know why she wouldn't want you all there, though.
Yeah, I barely even know her.
Oh, you know what? I bet I know what it is. I apologize for breaking into her office. You all haven't. She probably wants you to bend the knee.
I didn't break into anybody's office.
No, but you're part of the Coterie now, so.
True. I mean, it isn't the first time we've kissed rings to save face.
Not a fan of hers, but probably best to play nice.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever spoken to her, but She seems to rub you and Sidra the wrong way.
She got real butthurt at the Christmas party.
Oh.
Very jealous. When Sidra comes down, hi.
Sorry, I'm late.
You've got a bit of pep in your step.
You're earlier than the doctor.
Yeah, because I show up. I'm assuming he's still kidnapped somewhere.
Kidnapped, being used as a pawn, who knows?
Tremere things.
Maybe he'll come back this time with 2 working legs.
It's
And 2 more inches taller?
It's good to see you are doing well, Sidra. I'm slowly getting better. Those werewolf wounds do not heal easily.
What are you talking about, Isaac? You yourself keep continuously telling us you're made of sterner stuff.
Xavier, those werewolves were something else. You experienced it firsthand. I am made of sterner stuff, but those werewolves, they took a chunk out of me. I'm sure you saw.
Yeah, I finally woke up this morning with not feeling a breeze anymore on my teeth.
I mean, I fought one one-on-one. Yeah, I saw.
Yeah.
HD.
Mm-hmm.
HD. What's HD?
No.
In the back of the room, perched up on the ottoman she stuck back there, Ricky just kind of quietly winces.
Anyways, you have any ideas for what to do tonight? Because I have one that's not going to be fun.
What did you have in mind, Xavier?
Valdris has requested us.
Yeah,
Valdris?
That was the
Yeah.
reaction I was expecting.
Well, Valdris. She
What's
runs
she
a bar
want?
in Anarch territory.
Haven't really met any Anarchs yet, Well-
She
except for Bach.
she would be the Anarch counterpart to you, and I point to Rhapsody. You two should
So
get along well.
She's a Toreador. Okay.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
And just as charismatic.
Oh, lovely.
Out of character, I don't think Isaac has ever met her, right?
If you
I
were
don't
you
think
at the
so.
Christmas party?
Yes.
Yeah,
No,
but I
I
don't
don't think
think. I think only the 2 of us
Yeah.
went up to her.
Yeah, he may
Mhm.
have seen her though. Maybe never met her. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, tonight will be your chance to meet her.
Very well. Hopefully, she is a pleasant individual.
She's
great.
lovely.
Unless you break into her office and plant a bug in a plant.
That would annoy most people.
I mean, yeah. We can blame Kalo for that, though. Quite literally, blame Kalo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense now. Never fully heard that story.
Well, we weren't really there. We sent Kalo to do something, and Kalo did Kalo things, which we weren't there for, so he got caught. How? Don't know.
There's your
Buck
problem.
ended up in her office, though.
Well, if nobody else has any plans, I would suggest we get this over with.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to hang out in Anarch territory any longer than I want to hang out in Camarilla territory, so.
Very well. Should we be off then?
Yeah.
Is
I'm
there
alright
rip
with
the
anywhere but
band-aid
that
off?
park.
Ricky hops up off of her perch and just says, "Well, I'm always up for meeting new people. We all go and get Amon's car?"
That's the
I'm
easiest.
driving.
Isaac would start walking with a slight limp favoring one side, up out and towards Mom's car.
You gonna make it?
Oh, I'll be fine. It's just, it takes time.
I walk over and help Isaac up the stairs.
Oh, thank you, Xavier.
I don't say anything. Just keep walking with you.
Ricky just shakes her head. Go ahead, Trevor.
I guess we're all in the car.
Anything you wish to discuss on the drive?
Hmm.
So, I think I might know what the Ripper is.
Oh,
Oh?
I got access to a very private library tonight. That's where I was. And I found
Oh?
out some information about abominations.
A what?
Apparently, it is a werewolf that has been turned by a kindred.
I thought that wasn't possible.
yeah, I didn't think that was possible.
My understanding was that the embrace is lethal to Guru.
I mean, it sounds mythical, but apparently it's super rare for them to survive it.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, okay, let's assume she's right. Makes
It
sense.
fits the description.
Yeah, like
Looks like
a werewolf and a vampire. Yeah.
Looks like a werewolf. Apparently acts like a vampire.
Yeah,
Or
Quacks
is
like a
in the
duck.
situation.
yeah.
Ricky,
Quacks like a duck. Looks like a goose. It's probably a goose duck.
Yeah.
Ricky holds a hand up and starts ticking off fingers. Can change size, has great big claws, drinks blood, might be able to do things like obfuscate. Yeah, that would fit.
Wouldn't call drinking
What we do
drinking
about it?
blood. I would call inhaling blood, but yeah, sure. Semantics.
Consumes
the real-
blood, whatever.
The real question is, though, is how long has this thing been causing problems here?
It's got to be really old.
'Cause
Yeah,
if it's usually deadly and rare, how is this thing still alive?
Can it
Really old.
shapeshift?
I mean, I
Werewolves can
assume so.
shapeshift.
Obviously, would
I-
have to integrate into society in somehow, surely.
I might be able to help with that. I know you all don't like Bach. Remember?
Oh, we know who Bach is. Do we remember that we don't like him? Yeah.
We don't
I'm
trust
kind of
him.
indifferent.
We have very good reasons not to trust him.
Yeah.
I don't like talking Nosferatu. They don't like me very much.
He's not quite on the Seneschal level, but sure.
Anyway, Bach at least seems to believe that the Ripper is the same as something that used to plague the Nosferatu. And not only plague them, but plague them inside the sewers in effectively their own territory. That's where I grow to believe that it could change size, because if it's as big as it fucking is now, when we saw it, well, that's not going to fit down in the sewers. And when I asked him a long time ago how long it had been plaguing them in the sewers, he didn't seem to remember. Long enough that it's far back enough that Bach doesn't remember. And I don't know how old Bach is, but he's no fledgling.
Well, it's safe to assume also. I mean, Chuckles was one of the first known primogen to die from this thing,
Chuckles
and he was in.
pretty powerful.
The
Wasn't
Ripper
it
didn't kill
Coronon that
Chuckles.
killed Chuckles? He had
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, it was Corin.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They all run
And-
together.
Bach also pointed out that the Ripper, at least what Bach believes was the Ripper, only ever hunted Nosferatu who were part of the cult of Mithras.
Well, then,
Yeah,
yeah,
but
it was
that's-
definitely the Ripper, because that's what the Ripper's been doing outside of the sewer.
Well, we can't
It's
assume
just-
that, though, because we never solved who killed Kalo. Kalo did write down that it was the Ripper. Oh, by the way,
But
the
he
Ripper
was-
is blood.
He was in the same
Werewolf
park we were just in,
territory.
though.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So, but my issue there is how could Prowl go in there and not be affected? But if Kalo's fucking loudmouth idiot, never mind.
Well, Prowl is
Kalo-
And he
certainly
brought
no-
his dog.
And
Yep,
his
yep.
kid.
Was Kalo
And his kid.
associated with the cult of Mithras?
I
We
think
think-
he was. I think
We-
he said that in
Said
his
he was.
letter.
We believe so. The thing is, you have to take what Kalo says with a grain of salt.
All right, so not worrying as much about Kalo, going with that the Ripper targets Mithraians. Prowl is
Right.
certainly
My point
no
was, it
member of the
wasn't
cult.
just Nosferatu.
So to answer, but as a possible answer for the other question, Prowl is certainly no member of the cult of Mithras.
And Prowl survived.
Do we know that
You don't know that.
yet?
Oh,
Yeah. I was having to think about that too.
Well,
yeah, it was. kinda
Prowl was
weird,
certainly attacked. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Prowl was certainly attacked by that beast. Haven't seen her since. It's quite likely that this beast attacks other Kidron, not just Mithraians.
I saw her last week. She was mauled, pissed, but she was fine.
Oh God, you're seeing shit too.
What do you mean I'm seeing shit too?
It's just common. Vampires tend to see people they're attached to as ghosts. Nosferatu, Malkavians, probably Gangrel. It's
No, she was very much so very physically present.
Did
She
you say She
survived?
was just mauled.
Yep, she was mauled to shit.
she didn't taste good.
I don't know.
she didn't
Or
taste
she
Mithraic.
wasn't cult. Yeah.
Or she wasn't the
Wait.
target.
What's
That
the
does-
common denominator with Cult of Mithras members?
Mithras.
But we all drink the blood during the ceremonies.
And there were 3 of you
Yeah, yeah.
who are parts
on.
of the cult.
Yeah.
You take 1 aggravated willpower damage.
Oh shit.
You
Okay.
said a no.
That.
Aggravated willpower too. You lost that bad boy. Ooh.
Oh, aggravated. Yeah.
Only speculating. But say there were, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us there counting Prowl. 3 of us were members of the cult. The Ripper
Right.
could easily have made a mistake in its target.
Well, that's assuming it. Okay, so there's 2 things here. Either it can smell the members, or if it's infiltrated the cult and knows from within, or 3, it has somebody working with it.
Hey, Shiv,
Well-
real quick. Would I have felt anything from that? Should I be reacting to taking that damage? No. Okay.
Only in
She
your
was
mind, man.
mauled.
Okay.
She was mauled, wasn't she?
Very badly.
I mean, it would make
What?
sense when it got taste of her blood. It knew then.
Yes,
Uh,
that's what I was going to
sorry.
get at.
To interrupt. you.
She had a chunk of her leg missing. As I would think that, yeah, it bit her, but it
It'll
stopped.
grow back.
I certainly understand how she feels.
Mostly pissed at me, but this is normal.
Yeah, boo-hoo.
But at any rate, well, smell, it's a lupine. if it's part vampire, can it perhaps see unseen things the way perhaps Isaac or another kindred could?
I mean, it all just depends on what type of kindred embraced it.
Does that even apply to a creature like this?
I mean, yeah, you can only gain powers from the blood that embraced you, so...
I mean, for us, yes, but do we know that of such a... just, well, the name alone, an abomination?
Well, I mean, it depends what kind of other supernatural powers, other than being huge and scary, the werewolves have.
Hmm.
They're fast.
Transformation.
That was part of the scary part.
No. I mean, okay.
Yeah, being able
Well-
to shapeshift.
And then there's that Balo knew something of it. All right, going with what Amon suggested, Balo knew something that he believed was connected to the Ripper, and that led us to the storage container with all those mad ramblings. And, fear of voices in the head and other things. And I still wonder if it was able to hunt Nosferatu who can obfuscate in their own home, then it would, and I would suppose, have a way to see through obfuscation that, well, Nosferatu are masters of. So, what sort of kindred perhaps could both obfuscate and see through obfuscation?
I mean, that's quite easy to answer, though, because we know that feeding can grant us specific powers that we don't quite necessarily are able to get just by our blood. I mean, for example,
I agreed, but
I wasn't
just
able to
going
just
by
walk
Amon's
silently
suggestion.
just because. So,
just
they
going
could have
by
planned
Amon's
that.
suggestion.
right.
Yes,
I think
given
what I'm
enough-
building off of is, what if it was a Nosferatu that decided, I can already do this one thing, let me try to have the power to see things too.
So it could have been a Nosferatu that embraced it. Can any other kindred do that?
I'm
Given
going to
enough
Isaac.
time and experience,
No,
yes,
does any
given
other
enough time,
clan favor it?
Go ahead, Isaac.
Octavian.
given enough time and experience, any kindred can certainly learn any of the disciplines. Some are particularly more difficult than others, such as blood sorcery. However, the clan that comes to mind that Auspex and Obfuscate comes to more naturally would be the Children of Malkav.
Which
Yeah, and what
are prone to hearing voices.
what about that one gangrel that we know that's super buddy with a werewolf?
The werewolf.
Who knows?
You mean
Maybe.
Lamia?
Yeah, whoever she hangs out with. What if they tried? I mean, this was a long time ago, but what if they tried experimenting?
I mean, Ricky could probably add on to this just by how she feels. I always kind of maybe attributed that with the fact that gangrel seem to be more attached to the animalistic side of their nature. Lupine is an animal. They bond in some way. Also, didn't Mercy kind of hint at she saved his life or some kind of I owe you my life type thing?
I don't know. I didn't really listen to that thing.
He was cute.
I don't know enough other gangrel to say.
I was just saying off
Well,
intuition,
if-
Can you connect with other animals? I don't know. Prowl may know better, sure, but
Prowl can, I can't.
you're young.
If that secret in the storage yard did indeed belong to the Ripper, it's quite evident from the paper and journal entries we saw that this Ripper is not altogether sane. and we do know the children of Malkav do suffer various mental ailments or derangements. It's quite possible that this abomination may be a child of Malkav and perhaps either hears the voice of Mithras or Xium or something of the sort.
I mean,
it
would it
may
be
delusional?
Or what about the voice of its own sire?
Yeah, to build off of that, based off what you guys said, it's lethal for werewolf blood and kindred blood to combine in any way. So I'm not lupine. I don't know what they have, but obviously we have our own beast inside of us. Could it be that arguing with whatever the fuck werewolves deal with that's making it crazy? It doesn't necessarily have to hear voices because of the Malkav, but because it's got two fucking bodies living inside of it.
That does sound something that would drive you insane.
Yeah,
Ricky
going off of
tilts
what
her head a
Isaac
bit.
said, though, too, is that might also explain why Kayla knew what he knew, because he could probably direct line to it.
It
at some
also
point.
explains a name like Abomination, because it's not supposed to happen, and something that fucking weird and random.
Do other kindred hear the beast as a voice? That's not something I've ever experienced.
It depends. It's not always a voice of a person.
Sometimes it's a dog.
Amon just kind of tilts his head, like in the rearview mirror, in a way that explains a lot.
A dog. Well, I suppose that makes a sort of sense.
Sidra just looks out the window.
I actually never figured out what my beast is supposed to be.
Speaking of which, is there any damn way to get it to be a little more quiet at times? The
Yes.
beast.
There is a way to quell your beast for a time, to quiet it.
I mean, other than
Out of
feeding, I
character.
know that much.
Out of character, I know the exact answer I would say, but I don't know that in character, so I'm saying nothing.
You expect to quiet your beast without draining a mortal? Well, that's
No.
much more difficult.
But it would be nice to be in control more often.
You learn to.
All right, never mind that then.
The car journey carries on. Mostly in silence, with only Armand breaking it every so often, just saying the word dog. The Coterie pull up outside Pub Dread, exit the car, and go in. It's fairly empty, with only a few scattered customers spread around the room. A bartender stands behind the bar, lazily staring at the TV, with his head in his hands.
I walk up to the bar and just kind of tap on the bar.
Sir, oh, customers. How
No.
can I help?
We're here to see Valdris,
What's the name?
Xavier, and Coterie.
She told me to expect you.
Yep.
Go up the stairs. You know
I
the
know.
way, I'm sure. If you lot try anything, it'll be the last thing you do.
I'm sure.
At that, Ricky stops looking around at the bar patrons as if they're a snack. Okay.
The Coterie make their way behind the bar.
Sidra brushes the arm of the bartender as she walks by. Don't tell me what to do.
He's going to look at you. He's just going to give you this look of, oh yeah. Coterie make their way behind the bar, into the stairs behind the bar. Their steps make loud banging noises as they go all the way up to the top, towards Valdris' office. Her door is open, and she sits behind her desk, writing into what looks like account ledgers. She closes them as the Coterie enter, clasps her hands together on the desk in front of her.
Hey, princess.
Xavier, excellent. You
Hmm.
brought them all as requested. Sit. I wanted to speak with your little pet Toreador the ivory tower gave you.
Couldn't you have just done that without us here?
What would be the fun?
Oh, I'm sorry. You wanted an audience. I got it. Okay.
Yes.
He's right, you know.
Ricky frowns and carefully takes a seat behind or next to Rhapsody.
The war with the Tremere seems like a perfect opportunity to spread a little chaos. Within the Tremere domain is Oxford City Football Club. You'd hate it, darling. It's an ugly little place. Metal stands and fences in the middle of what would otherwise be a fairly pleasant field on the edge of the city. I have acquired some astrolite, at great expense. You will find it in the nearby car park on the way to the grounds, hidden in a car. Here are the keys. Take the astrolite, get into the field, be careful of security, and blow the fucking place up. A small amount of astrolite there will be enough to wreck the immediate area, but if I were you, I'd get out of there in time, just in case. And leave this on the car's windshield under the wiper. And she hands Rhapsody a business card for Reprogenics UK. Its destruction will embarrass the Tremere and make them think the Anarch Tremere are on the offensive, which will cause the Camarilla Tremere to leave their fortified haven. I take your silence as an agreement. Excellent.
No. Why would I do this?
Because if you don't do this, I will nail your limbs to a plank of wood, make you listen to avant-garde post-punk and rip off your head. The last thing you'd hear would be some out-of-time music to uninspired lyrics about a fucking skateboard. And at that,
I figured out.
Valdris is going to use Daunt, which I believe is free. Yep. So that's going to be Intimidation. And Charisma. This is if you want to resist, of course. Do you want to resist?
Yeah, I want to resist.
Okay. Then you will be using your Resolve and Intimidation. I think it's fair to say that that would be a successful intimidation on Valdris's part.
Yep.
Fuck.
Did piss herself?
Pardon? It wasn't a messy critical.
I don't think vampires can do that.
I mean, they would have to spend some blood to do it, but
So that would be a successful intimidation. And she's just going to be sat there staring at you cockily, as only an Anarch Toreador can.
Ricky gets up from her chair, stands in front of Rhapsody, folds her arms, and looks very calmly at Valdris. So, what makes you think there will be no consequences for threatening my friend? Well, threatening, you can do that. But if you were to harm her, she is of the Ivory Tower.
Ricky,
Who do you think you are, young one?
Yeah.
In the Anarch territory. All right.
And
Ricky
how much
sits back
standing do
down.
they have here? Absolutely none.
Valdris, if I may, first off, I don't appreciate you using me to get a hold of my coterie. Secondly, you have to understand she's protecting somebody in her coterie. She wasn't trying to be disrespectful. She's new to this.
And
That's a big fucking ask, and you know that.
oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. You owed me a boon.
Yeah, I do. They don't.
If you want, you can do it on your own.
I look at Rhapsody with the look of like, do you want me to?
Daddy, look! It is so cute, Daddy, look!
Kind of glad of
Rhapsody
that
just
comic relief, to be honest with you.
looks back, slightly terrified. Sort of like, no, I think we should do this together.
I look back at Valdris. Does it need to be done tonight?
It does.
Great.
Don't worry, though. Leaving the card there will ensure that there's no comeuppance upon yourselves.
It's not leaving the card I'm worried about. It's the getting in and getting out without being seen that I'm worried about.
And as
You're
much as I hate
resourceful.
the Tremere, I don't want to be seen being a part of instigating their war.
The war has already been instigated. You're merely
Yeah.
adding fuel to the fire.
Stoking it.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Real fun. Yeah.
I thought you enjoyed explosives, Xavier.
Yeah, I do. You wouldn't understand. But I got it. Loud and clear.
Is there any more resistance? Or have you not figured out the resistance is futile?
You want us to call you when this is
Well-
done or drive back here?
Neither. I'll be well aware of it happening.
Yeah, I know how big these fucking explosions are.
You certainly have no care to needlessly throw fuel into a war.
And I'm sorry, who are you?
My name is Isaac. I'm of the Hakata family.
I'm unfamiliar with the family. What do you do?
To quote an old contact of mine, I point at Isaac and say, "Death."
Ricky rolls her eyes. He's a scholar.
And he's
I'm
dead.
Messiah Moscow.
I'm sure his knowledge will come in most useful for blowing up a football stadium.
No. Well, maybe after, sure. He's more into the necromancy type, so people got to die first.
Well, people are going to die, most likely.
People don't have
Yeah.
to die. As long as that eyesore is removed, that's all that matters to me.
Ariador.
Yeah. All right, we'll do it. And after this, we're even, right?
Yes. I will consider your boon paid.
Thanks. I stand up to act like I'm going to leave.
Seeing Xavier stand up, Sidra stands up and heads for the door.
Rhapsody would stand up, head for the door.
Isaac
Ricky
would
makes
stand and nod. Oh, go ahead.
Ricky makes a point of putting herself between Rhapsody and Valdris on the way out, giving the Toreador woman just a bit of a scowl before stomping off down the stairs.
Isaac would give a nod and he says, I'm sure there will come a time when you'll become more acquainted with the Hakata family. bid you adieu.
That's
And
I
he'll
fucking
cannot
ominous,
wait.
man.
Oh, that's shade.
That's fucking
Ow!
What?
I approve.
I cannot wait to be acquainted with your little family.
Yes, we're quite respectful hosts. And Isaac would nod and leave.
Armand's kind of just been leaning against the wall beside the door, and as soon as everybody leaves, he just turns heel and follows everybody out.
I wait till everybody leaves. I'll say something else.
I think they've all fucked off.
After this, I'm going to need to talk to you about something else much bigger than Bruja and Toreador.
She looks down. Oh,
No.
I see.
I just shake my head in disappointment. Maybe. And I turn around and walk out.
She's rather stacked.
Yeah. There's a picture of her. Does everybody have access to that? Maybe not. I will post
Only
the
on the
picture in the
Discord.
Discord, though. I will repost the picture.
And if anyone knows who that is, just get me her number. Thanks.
Don't give that number to Shiv.
That's called stalking.
Heading to the car?
Yeah, is everybody in the car, or did you all wait outside, or are you just in the bar?
Ricky is headed to the car after punching the wall on the way out, or the outside wall, and then just kind of leaning up the car, waiting for everybody to be there.
I
Yeah,
follow
Isaac could
where
head to
everybody
the
else
car.
is. The majority of everyone else.
As I walk out, I wink at the bartender.
He's going to just look at you very confused and then go back to the TV.
He's probably ghouled the fucking Valdris, and you're winking at him.
I don't have time to do magic tricks. That's what worked last time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, after we've exited to where the ghoul can't hear us anymore, I just look at Sidra and go try and score free drinks.
Or anything. It's good to have connections.
Fair.
When we're in the car, I'll wherever Rhapsody is sitting, I'll look at her. I'm sorry.
Fucking Alex.
I mean, I figured she was going to try to drag you guys into whatever she wanted me to do, but this is a bit much.
I feel like we're being set up.
I don't.
I mean, it definitely feels that way. I mean,
you can take what I say at word or not, but I don't. I apologize on the behalf of the Coterie, and to make up for it, she required that I pay off a boon to forgive us. You're a part of the Coterie now. You may not have fucked up, but we did. I mean, we didn't fuck up. Let me explain.
Yeah, we were following orders, but to her we fucked up.
Oh, she got it. How do I say this without being disrespectful? We were at a party, and she felt disrespected because we didn't pay attention to her. On top of, we snuck into her office, and she found out about it. It was just a compounding thing. I think the straw that broke the camel's back was the slight at the party, publicly. She may be anarch, but she still is Toreador and very much cares about her fucking appearance. Very much.
So I noticed.
yeah.
But this city isn't just Camarilla, and in order for us to succeed, in order for us to have succeeded, we need access to the Anarch, just as the doctor has talked. It's in our best interest to try to be on a good level with her, which, after this, I'd hope we could get some free drinks.
I'll keep trying
I'd
to flirt with
hope
the
so.
bartender.
I don't know if you'd have to flirt with the bartender, but
Shut up!
you do.
Ricky folds her arms and closes her eyes, leaning back against the back seat, and just says, "Remember when I said I was curious to meet some anarchs and learn what they were like? I don't feel so curious anymore."
Yeah, what you think?
Seriously?
I mean,
Blowing
if
up a
you've
building in the middle of a city to start a bunch of chaos? If this
I
is the
mean,
kind of
I wasn't
tactics
there
that
for
they're
this,
smart,
but
I don't think
this
they're very
isn't the
smart.
first time. This
Yeah,
isn't the
I,
first time you guys
I
have
hate to
blown
burst
up
your
stuff.
bubble there, Ricky, but the Seneschal literally asked us to do this the first time for an orphanage.
But why does it have to be tonight?
Because that's how we work as kindred. We should, you
And
know,
what was it we were? What was it we were supposed to do after we plant the explosives? Leave her business card on a
on a
vehicle?
car out front.
No,
Leave a
leave
business
someone
card.
else's business card.
What was the name on the
Oh,
card
are you
again?
sure? I thought I heard her,
The
her
eugenics
business
building.
card.
Yeah,
The
represent
eugenics
it.
building, the
The
Anarch
Anarch Tremere.
Tremere place.
She's trying to
Oh,
pin
I
this on
see.
the Camarilla Tremere, so they have to abandon where they live. Anarch Tremere, sorry.
She's toying with them and we're part of her game.
The
But
thing
if
I'm
this-
worried about, though,
So,
is they're trying to provoke the Camarilla Tremere by pinning something
Yeah.
on the Anarch Tremere.
Yes.
But the thing that I'm worried about is she said, so that way that the Camarilla Tremere would leave their domain unguarded.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
yes,
sure
yes.
Valdris is probably allies with House Karna. She must be.
What
Mm,
makes you
The
think
Anarch's
that?
ally?
Yes. Loosely.
well,
I mean, not loosely. Look, I mean, if a war breaks out, we're all fighting against you guys. Sorry. Like, we can agree on one thing. Fuck the Camarilla. No offense. But in times of peace, we just kind of all do our own thing. And apparently we're being sucked into the Toreador thing. Somehow, well, I guess it's not, yeah. Our name got out. It's obvious we have a Toreador with us, and it piqued Valdris' interest. She took advantage.
Yeah. Who would have known that we would have been asked to get involved in the war that we were told not to get involved with?
There's an infinite number of things Valdris
I
could have
know.
asked me to pay a boon off
I
for.
know. I was
I'm
being
just-
sarcastic.
No, I look at Ricky.
mm-hmm.
I told Rhapsody this, and I mean it to her, but for you, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. This is kind of what we do. Not blow up places, but you know.
Are we
Started from the
demolition
bottom, now we're
men
here.
now?
Are we what?
Demolition men.
We demolition men now.
No,
We
we're
are.
from Demolition Kindred.
Just
Technically, we're
seriously,
professionals because we've done this once already. That was
Ricky's
you want to talk about a clusterfuck?
Ricky's just kind of shaking her head. Just seriously, with all I've heard about having to worry about the Second Inquisition and making sure the masquerade is kept so they don't all come down on our heads. And this Toreador woman is all like, Yeah, I want to start some shit with a great big fucking explosion.
Yeah, explosion
you-
doesn't necessarily mean vampires.
Yeah, I think you missed the point where we've done this once before for the Seneschal. There's ways to do this without it
Oh,
coming back on us.
I don't think the Camarilla's any better about it. It's just...
Trust me,
have some
if
sense.
you're gonna get killed by anything for breaking the masquerade, it'll be the Camarilla before the Second Inquisition show up. They'll
Nice,
show
gotta
up,
go
but
with that.
you'll be dead by then.
You haven't been invited yet, so you're on their shit list just like I am.
Oh yeah, you're not even technically Camarilla or Anarch, so yeah, you'll probably be the first one to go.
I'm very, very well aware of that.
You could always name yourself as Atarkus. Isaac would chuckle a little bit.
Ricky giggles and shakes her head. That sounds like a good way to commit kindred suicide in this city, Isaac.
I mean, you almost did that tonight. I appreciate your passion. Trust me, of all people, I appreciate your passion. Delivery, not so much. Even I can respect when I need to bow down to somebody. That's how I get out of situations with the fucking constable and Scourge.
Yeah,
Three times now.
I'm surprised that time at the ball when we talked with the prince. I'm surprised you made it out of that alive. That was a ballsy move.
I don't know what to say, so Xavier just gives a shitty smirk.
Ricky is just kind of sitting in the back
That
with
was
her eyes
badass, you
closed,
know it was.
thinking and having the expression of a very, very unhappy gangrel.
Rapsty's sitting next to Ricky, pretty much doing the exact same thing, except more deeply in thought.
So, what is this building anyway, and what's in it?
Apparently, it's ugly.
Sounds like a
Tutorial.
labyrinth.
I mean, it's a building in
Elaborate.
Oxford.
All right, so look. I've touted and harped about this for a long time, so let's talk about it now. We're all good at specific things. We're about to roll up to a place we're not familiar with, so let's figure out who's going to do what and where we can benefit the most. First thing, are there lights or cameras? If there are, we need to disable them.
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, let's scout the building, find out where all the exits are, and if the doors are locked and alarmed. Third thing, we have to enter the building. From there, we'll go on from there. If we discern there's people in there, we'll have to reconvene somewhere else and decide how to get them out. I would assume turning off the electricity is going to cause some chaos. But if that's the case, we come back to the vehicle and reconvene from there. But I think when we pull up, we that's the first thing. Lights and cameras. From there, we can move on. The building, cameras and lights in the building. From there, we'll enter the building. Ricky and Amon, I think you both can pick locks.
Mm-hmm. But
What's
if
your
it's a
fourth
lock at the Tremieres, don't be surprised if I can't.
This isn't a Tremere thing. This is just a library to piss them off. We're trying to pin it on them for blowing up a building. Anarch Tremere blowing up a building. Camera.
Ricky just
also-
kind of throws her head back and just...
If there is people, may I point out that there might have been a reason why the Toreador wanted the Toreador. We can be as stealthy as possible, but we could also, if entirely
There
necessary,
are other ways to get people out of the way.
yeah, we can talk our way through.
Just...
Another important thing to consider, along with the security cameras and such, if this is a Tremere owned building, there will undoubtedly be wards and some types of blood sorcery in use.
I think
don't know if-
misinformation has been being thrown around here. This isn't a Tremere-owned building. This is a random building
That Valdris thinks is
library.
ugly.
that we're blowing up and planting
it's
a
even a
business
library.
card there that is of a public business that the Camarilla Tremere would know is Anarch Tremere.
As has got a point that
Library.
you need to make sure to look for wards.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. I'm
Should-
just
Can never be too careful.
It's just
Should we
an
try to evacuate the books before we blow it up?
Hold
no,
on, just
I
real quick,
said
out
as
of
much as
character.
I agree. No.
Out of character, I don't think this is a library, is it? I don't remember a library. I was going to
It's a
say, I don't
stadium.
remember library being mentioned once until everybody started talking about it.
how are you gonna let me keep going on without fucking saying you're wrong? You're wrong.
I did.
I'm being confused in character, thank you very much.
Me too.
Fair.
So maybe if there are people inside, we go in and pull the fire alarm?
How long is the
So the
response
fire
time on the
department
fire
show up?
department?
Oh, good point.
No, I'm asking.
I would hate the fuck.
How long do we have before
We've
they
seen how
show
quick the
up?
cops are.
And
Yes.
I think the answer to your question is
We,
No.
none of us have put a stopwatch to that, so no fucking idea.
3
I'd say
minutes.
3 minutes.
we should not.
Oh, hey, Shiver and I said the same thing at the same time. I'd
Birds
say
of a
about
feather.
3 minutes.
We should not notify the authorities. I would wait for truckloads of firemen or police officers to rush into a building moments before it explodes.
Not
That's a
sure
good
this
point,
is the
too.
wise idea, but we could call in a bomb threat.
That would cause people to show up.
Right.
bomb
but
squad.
maybe-
I mean,
All right.
it is a bomb threat.
It is a way to get people out of a building.
All right, look,
What?
Sidra, do you have the bond?
Yeah.
Can I, real quick, can we all just agree on not calling anybody?
Sure. I was
'cause-
just tossing it out as a possibility.
Hold on, listen.
So
You have. Go ahead, Isaac, because I'm gonna speak longer than you will.
just an idea. Valdris wished us to plant the astrolite. Did she say anything about it exploding?
She wants us to blow it up.
You're getting real too into semantics there.
She'd be probably a little unhappy
Oh,
if
it-
she figured out it didn't actually blow up.
She also responded when I said, "Should we call you or come back here?" She said, "I don't know," and I said, "Oh right, the explosion."
Ah,
I do remember that. I don't remember anything else, but okay. We have the brand. Amon and I and anybody else that thinks they can sneak the fuck around can go plant the astrolite. When it's planted, we can communicate to Rhapsody and whoever's with her. We're ready to go. You can then proceed to evacuate everybody. At a certain point, we can set the timer and leave. We know from experience we have about 1 or 2 minutes.
Hmm.
We don't have to set it as soon as we radio you. If you're like, hey, I need 15 minutes, we can wait 15 minutes. They don't know where we're going to plant it. We don't know where we're going to plant it.
Didn't Valdris specifically say where to plant it?
Would Rhapsody and
You
I
said-
be the best at convincing people to leave?
Yes.
I can probably help with that
If
too.
it, yeah, if it comes
You guys
down
will
to
probably
that,
be the
yeah.
best.
And Ricky
I
will
mean,
also
it'd
just
probably
quietly
come down to
hold out her arm for Sidra.
Presses the brand into her arm.
The
Once
problem is
fish damage
Isaac
to
can't
Ricky.
see you.
Rhapsody would
can't
also
speak too well.
hold her arm out.
Press.
1 superficial damage to Rhapsody.
Xavier holds his arm out.
1 superficial damage to Xavier.
I'll mark it right now, but I'll wait until we get out of the car to do mine. I'm driving.
No, okay. Point. Isaac?
I'm quite alright. No, thank you.
So we're in agreement, though. First things first, the immediate area, we need to check lights and camera. We can go from there.
Yep.
Isaac, you're sure you don't want to communicate with us? What if you get separated?
He'll send a ghost.
Well, I mean, communication is fine. I'm still trying to recover myself. I'd hate to be
Point.
useless because of Brand.
What are you going to do? Brand his bones?
They brand me, I go into torpor. Quite bad.
Can we talk to someone in Torpor if they've been branded?
That'd be interesting.
Valid question.
Xavier, just real quick recap of order of operations. We scout cameras and lights, shut those off. Then the other group goes in, talks people out while we set up the explosives.
Yeah, I think once we get inside, we're going to be split up.
Well, I'm saying we should, you and I, Sneaky, should get in and shut off cameras and stuff before
Can
we
you
all head
sneaky?
inside. Yeah, I can
Can you-
sneaky.
Don't be suspicious.
Really sneaky.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Not your kind of sneaky, but I can sneak.
Technically, we just need to blend in before we need to sneak. But yeah.
True.
Let's see if we can disable cameras. Once at that point, yeah, we'll split up. We'll let you know when we've planted it, and we'll go from there. Basically, Sidra, you're the one that can talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just tell us when to start the timer.
Okay.
Oh boy.
I'll stay by Sidra. That way I can talk to Sidra.
How rough is Isaac still looking physically?
Very rough.
Is Isaac a walking masquerade breach right now?
I mean, I would say his guts aren't spilling out, but he probably still belongs in a hospital.
It's been a very bad bar fight.
Isaac, just take the car.
He's got a good point. Isaac, can you drive?
Oh, a getaway driver would be good.
I lost my license before I was embraced, but at one time I did have a license. I used
You
to drive
lost your
in my
license,
youth.
or you lost your license?
Well, you know how often you have to do a reevaluation every so many years. It just, with old age, my eyesight, I couldn't pass that test anymore.
Shiver. Where we're going, do we know the immediate area offhand?
Yeah. It's a field with a road.
Isaac, if we were able to tell you to be the getaway driver and where we're going, you could get us there, right?
I mean, if Isaac's driving, you are going to need someone with a red flag to stand in front of the car, walking in front of it to warn everyone that there's a vehicle approaching.
It's going to be like...
You just hear like the crunch or the crinkling of the glove material on the steering wheel tighten.
You just come back to the car and he's standing there with this crankshaft going, I don't know where to put this to get the engine started.
Okay,
Okay,
what if
so
Where'd you get the
Isaac's
crank
not the
shaft?
getaway driver.
I got
Where's
my,
the choke on
my
this thing?
license when I was 16 or 17, and I believe I was in my 60s when they took it away from me. It's probably been a good 20 or 30, maybe more years since I've driven.
What about a getaway driver? Or not? Sorry, not getaway driver. Sorry.
A lookout?
A lookout. Yeah.
He can't talk to us.
Oh. True.
Isaac, you got to get branded.
I can certainly yell for my grandchildren. No one would suspect that.
Isaac, we need you to be able to tell Sidra when somebody's coming. You have to get branded. Please.
Where will Sidra be?
Inside helping people get out.
Isaac, would you be able to heal a little more if I gave you some of my blood?
Sidra?
I mean,
No? Okay.
Never
Well,
mind.
I think technically you kind of could, because it would lower your hunger, and you could just rouse check for superficial.
But it's all
But
aggravated,
that's
isn't
about
it?
it.
yeah. I mean, I have one superficial damage I could heal, but everything else is aggravated.
So we'd really just
It
be
was
evening
werewolves,
it out,
so-
though. That's what I was thinking. And then you'd be blood blinded to me. Oh no, it wouldn't be enough.
There's no need for that.
Did he drink Mythos's blood? Because if not, he's bonded to Tabby. So
Oh,
either way,
that's
no.
true. He did. Yeah, he's not.
Yeah,
bonded.
he's part of the.
But
cult.
none of the coterie would know about him being bonded to Valdris.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. Guys, stop meditating, jeez.
I mean, someone else could probably be watch out while Isaac by Sidra. I mean, he would fit in the library. He's an old man.
Not library.
He doesn't.
It's not a library, it's a stadium.
We're worried about
Is
you
there a
staying
game
out
interesting?
because
It's not even a stadium.
We're going to take a break here, and the storyteller's going to give you free advice of you might want to wait until you get there to see what this stadium is like.
Yeah.
I was
mean the
afraid
library?
Yeah.
of that.
I want you to remember, this is Oxford Football Club. Oxford are not a very big or very successful team.
Gotcha. I understand now.
Don't
I-
be picturing Old Trafford here or anything.
I know
So we'd be doing
what it is. It is ugly.
I think.
It is really ugly.
Just picture a couple of Portaloos or something, and you pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll be right back in about 10 minutes or so. Welcome back. The Coterie have arrived at the football grounds. They're sitting in the car park, planning out the rest of their adventure.
That's the car pulling up, put on its brakes.
What are we driving, a semi truck?
You have Jake brakes?
My god, that is ugly.
Oh, so you're on board. Cool.
Never said that was on board.
I
But
take it.
just not wrong.
You and Amon are sneaking about.
What?
What Shiv, what side is the car park on?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The football grounds are
yeah,
say
that's what I
here,
thought it was.
about quarter of a mile, half mile away, is the car park where you are.
Cool.
This is what I
Because-
thought it was. It looks like a polo field.
Doesn't look like a mint with
Yeah,
a
it
hole in
does.
it.
I like how there's it has grass on like half of it.
Yeah, this looks like. This to me absolutely looks like a broke ass UK, football field.
It does.
It looks like a broke ass UK, football field.
It does. 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 It does.
The thing is, there is some.
The-
Isn't there some like random buildings nearby that look ugly as well?
Not in that one. I think that's a Kassam.
Oh, okay.
This
There's-
isn't the Kassam.
No.
Is...
No. I'm not looking at the Kassam. I'm looking at the one that you have on, but it's near the car park. There's apparently some buildings there now.
So
Well, we weren't hired to blow up those.
while they're all talking, Ricky's kind of looking out the window, looking just state of lights, looking for people, looking for cameras, looking for.
Well, remember, we're
what the
like
hell is she
a
looking at?
quarter to a half mile away.
Oh,
Javi.
we're not looking at what we need to be at.
Intel. Intel. Would you prefer wits or awareness? Well, intel or wits.
Shiver said how far we were away. That's why none of us did that.
Wits awareness, please.
Wits awareness, difficulty 2, please. Fucking Corona's getting me, you know.
Don't die, Shiver. It's against TOS.
Yep, dying's not allowed. I'll be really mad at you if you die.
Yeah, and we won't be able to haunt you. It's gonna be
3
real sad.
successes.
I'll live. Wait. There are 3 security cameras covering the area, each on their own metal stand, held in place by a large metal base. The car park itself has quite a few cars in it. You can already see the car that Valdris has told you about. The area itself is lit up by low-pressure sodium streetlights, giving the area an eerie yellow tinge.
Out
Oh, the
of
football
character-
field is about a 5-10 minute walk away.
Out of character, quick recap. What were we told about the car?
It contains the Astrolight, and that's also the car that you're supposed to leave the Reprogenics UK card on the windshield of.
Hmm.
So, the cameras are just looking at the football field, or also at the
These
car
cameras are
park.
in the car park. These are the security
Gotcha.
cameras for the car park.
So I turn to the Coterie and say, so I can see 3 cameras probably watching what we're doing right now here in the car park.
Cool. We disable those.
Yep, those go off first.
One of us
My
needs to go
worry-
get the Astrolight and plant the business card.
Yeah,
You
but
guys
we
have
need
more
to turn
experience
the
with that than
cameras
I do?
off first.
Yes, I didn't say that. I wasn't saying that in order. I'm just saying this is what needs to happen.
All right. I still don't like the fact that they're probably going to see us get out of the car.
Well, then park outside the car park.
Can't!
Fuck.
I can do magic tricks.
I think we
No.
can. If I look outside where she's like telling us where they are, can I see a camera?
Yeah, at least one.
Does it
I mean,
move?
you could probably see all 3, actually. I mean, they've been pointed out to you, yeah.
You want me to roll? I don't care. Yeah, I got high wits and awareness. Do they move?
Yes.
So we just need a time when we go up to them and take them out.
Right. This
Are
is
Are
just
we in
me
the
being
movies? Can you shoot
over-paranoid.
one out from the car?
Not quietly.
Yeah.
See, my entire thing is the fact that one of us gets out of the car, and then slowly but surely, each camera gets taken out.
Hey, I got an idea, Mon. Is there a camera near the parking lot?
There's 3 cameras in the parking lot.
Cool. Drive up and park near one. Kind of under as close as you can as possible. The closer you are, the quicker we can disable that one.
Okay.
And then we'll stay there. But if we get one disabled, we should be able to finagle around to get the other 2.
Okay. I think I see what you're saying.
So I have a 3 covering our area. We only have 2. So if we can knock out one, we have better chance of getting around.
Right. I guess I just pick the closest one and I try and park as closely to it as I can.
No problem. Yeah.
I would say Amon, Sidra, or Ricky, one of you all should go out and disable this thing. I don't know how good
Not
rates you
something
are
I've
with
done before,
electronics.
but I could get. Not
I'll
something
get
I'm not
it.
good with electronics.
I'll get
You'll
it.
get it. Just watch the camera, go up to it, get out and go up to it as soon as you think you have a clearance.
Yep.
Does it look like there is a football game on at the moment?
It does not look like there is currently a game in play, no.
Okay. It doesn't look like there's people around.
Football there.
It's the U at K, 24/7.
By the way, Shiv, can I clarify? I want to get as close to one of the cameras as I can, so that way the
You're
camera
under attack
pole
and
is on
can't
the. No, so the driver's side is on, or so the camera's on the driver's side. That way, if I do get out, the car is in between me and the other two cameras.
No problem.
Okay. But I guess that being right under it, I would be out of its arc, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I open the door and I get out, kind of keeping low to make sure that the car is between me and the cameras, or the other two cameras still. And I'll kind of, if I can still see the I mean, to be fair, if the car is in between me and the cameras, then I can't see the other cameras.
But it's fine. Okay. I'm saying this out of game, but from experience, Xavier probably would have said there's not, when there starts to be redundancy on their coverage, it's not going to be at
Right.
the post, it's going to be in the middle. So if you're at a post,
Right.
the other ones can't see you.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if you can see it then we can decide from there.
Yeah, I start investigating the bottom of the pole to see if there's like a wire leading down.
Intelligence, technology, difficulty 2, please.
Technology and intelligence. Oh.
Wonderful. You successfully trace the cable down and find it going into a particularly large box. You can assume, given your amazing technological knowledge, that this is either the recording box or the box that relays the feed directly to some off-site security place, which I believe is a technical term.
Can I open it up and figure out which it is?
Does it make a difference?
No, I think he's
At the core.
Yeah, I think he's
Okay.
saying this one relays the information. This is the hub to the offsite recording location. So the other two cameras go to here, and then it goes offsite. So if you disable this one, it doesn't matter
I thought
what
he
the
said it
other
was one or the other.
Yeah,
Then
so
he
if
just
I
doesn't
disable,
matter.
yeah, so I disable the box. It disables all three cameras anyway.
Ideally, yeah.
Is that what we're getting at? I disabled the box.
I disable the box. How? It's almost like this is an RP game, you know?
Yeah, sorry. Is it just one cord going in and one cord going out, or?
There's one big cord that comes into the box. If there are any other
Okay, but
cords,
nothing else.
they're probably being all fed under the car park itself and into the box.
Gotcha. Then I'll just cut the big cord. With my, no, I probably wouldn't use my giant sword. I'd probably use like a dagger or something.
Ricky reaches into her messenger bag, pulls out a pair of pliers/wire cutters, and just quietly passes them towards the front.
You want to use those?
Yeah.
Dexterity and dexterity. Difficulty 3, please. You successfully managed to snip the big wire. You can see the light on that camera above you goes completely out.
I I kind of get back up towards the car and try and peek and see if the other two are still moving around.
You can see that their lights, they might be moving around still, but no longer do they have the recording light on.
I get back in the car and just say, we're all clear.
Ricky nods, says,
Got-
that's good, and holds out her hand for her tool back.
I pass it
that's-
back to her. Yeah, it was
That's
convenient.
mildly convenient. Yeah.
Ricky puts the tool
Do you
away and just
always
shrugs.
carry those around with you?
Didn't you remember? Oh, you weren't there. Didn't I tell you? I used to...
Work on cars?
You might say that. I used to do things to keep fed. It was a long time ago.
Now we know what girls
you
have
were
in their
handyman,
handbags.
got it.
Incredibly
Ricky
useful
does.
tools.
Ricky glances goes over to Sidra. I was young. I was on the streets. I was hungry. I ran into some bad crowds. I did some jobs. All right? It's a long time ago.
Hey, I'm not judging.
Yeah, I don't. I was hired special operations. I went in and killed people silently under the umbrella of the government. We did
Oh.
the same thing.
I wasn't very interesting.
Hey,
I'm just
Ricky.
Don't be ashamed of what you did in your past life. Fuck.
Hmm?
Do you have some power tools in there?
No. Too loud.
You just seem like a girl who likes some DIY.
That's in the other bag, Rhapsody.
Well,
Wait, did you
do
did
we
you just
wanna-
make a dildo joke?
Did I?
No, not you, Rhapsody. I've seen where you people live.
Have you?
Yes.
he means the Toreador.
Oh,
Wait, you live together?
no.
Okay.
Are we going to blow up this football place or what?
Oh, you're real excited.
Who do the cars belong to?
I don't think that really matters. If this car is here and Valdris knew, or Valdris had it packed up for us, it probably doesn't belong to her, but it's probably...
The other
Xavier
car
activates Silence of Death and claps. All right, let's go. Of course, it was more like,
I was gonna say you actually silence to death and then you clap.
yeah, that was the point. You see me clap, and I'm like, I open the door and get out.
I get out of the car as well.
Ricky
I'll get
gets out, turns towards the field, and just starts scanning the field in the dark. Probably, if she needs it, using the eyes of the beast so she can see through the dark, see if there's like a groundskeeper out there or something.
You'll be able to see that there's one person manning the ticket booth.
Okay.
I will go to the car, open the door, and search for the astrolite.
No problem.
All right.
I mean, it's not in the car itself, but I think it's fair. You know, it's a safe bet to say that Xavier would be thorough and check the boot and then be like, there's the illegal explosives of
I'm
astronomical
looking at the car,
proportions.
the trunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's doing that. Has everybody else gotten out of the car, or are you guys still in the car?
Rhapsody would have gone out of the car.
What's
Ricky
Isaac
turns
doing?
back to
Yep.
them.
Right now, Isaac's probably hanging near Sidra. If no one else has put the business card on the car, he might go and take the business card and go ahead and slide it underneath the windshield wiper.
I didn't do that. Yeah, I went to look at the astrolite.
And Ricky
I
will
just-
turn to the...
No, I was just going to turn and face you three, the three girls, and just be like, all right, Xavier and I are going to go around back and plant this stuff. You guys go around front.
Do
And
you mansplain it?
no, I'm just going over
Planning.
You guys go.
No, because
said
Caesar
you-
starts reaching for a sword.
Yeah, you said the three girls, so I had to. Sorry, 2020. You know.
Women.
You guys go up front and do whatever you need to do to get whoever's in there out.
Yeah.
And then let
Right.
us know when you're done.
Can do.
Let
I'm
me know
on.
if you find anyone around back.
I'm on.
All right.
There's one person up by the ticket booth. Not sure if you're going to be anywhere that they might see you, but just be aware.
Well, ticket booth's usually in front. Me and Xavier are going to go around back.
Just thought I'd mention it. And then she looks over at Sidra. Does Sidra have her sword on her back?
Always.
She
Well,
looks at
sometimes it's
Sidra.
underneath my coat.
Or is the sword visible?
Is that an enchanted sword in your pocket, or are you just pleased to see us?
So yes, the sword
I
is
would
the
say
sword
when
is
I'm
visible
walking
to
around in
Vicky.
public. I would say
Is
when I'm
this-
walking around in public, my coat is probably over it, but you would know I have it.
Okay, the sword is concealed. Okay, then I'm not worried about it. If the sword is concealed, then I'm not saying anything. I was going to say
Otherwise,
something.
I've
if
been
the sword
walking
is-
around Oxford with a sword on my back the whole time.
That's kind of what I pictured Sidra doing.
I always have a couple up my sleeves.
She looks.
It's on my back. Coat's over it.
She looks real quick to Sidra and Rhapsody. Any stories come to mind? Or are we just pulling the fire alarm?
Let's go check it out and see who's in there. We probably don't even need to pull the fire alarm.
It's all right.
Yeah,
Question.
fire
How does-
alarm
Question
is-
out of game.
That's what I do.
Question. Shiver.
You there, the particularly aggressive one.
Well, this is important because we would know this. In the U.S., if you pull a fire alarm, it sprays ink on you. Does it do that in the UK? Yes.
Oh.
That way they can find. If that way, if somebody in a school pulls the fire alarm real quick, they can figure out who did it in case it was fake. Yep.
God, no, thank God.
It
they
happens
do
a
that.
lot.
I
Okay,
actually
all right.
didn't even
Oh, they
know
don't do that in the UK? I was already thinking about ways around that.
Oh, they do that in the US?
Mhm.
I
Yes.
didn't know
In
that.
schools, at
Because
least,
we
they
have
do, yeah.
we have a problem since the 70s of pulling fire alarms to get out of class.
hmm It also helps
Yeah,
with.
Yeah, in
word
schools,
says
at least. I don't know if it's anywhere else.
Right, and if,
No, no,
if
Do you
somebody
not have
pulls it
breakable
for,
glass in front of the
mhm.
thing?
Yeah, that doesn't
Not in
matter.
schools.
And if somebody pulls it for a legitimate reason, it helps with putting together the picture of what happened at the time the fire alarm
It's the
was
same
pulled.
ink they use in money bags too.
Yes.
Yep.
I was about to
If
ask
they
that.
if
Yeah.
they scan the light over the alarm,
Moving
they
on.
see the ink was sprayed. Yeah.
To the game.
So okay,
All right, so that's not a problem that people from Great Britain would worry about.
right.
But also,
No,
I probably would have heard them because I haven't walked away yet. Say, pull the fire alarm, and I'm just like, no,
I
we're
already said
doing
no.
this. Yeah, this is. Use you guys are kindred. Use your words.
Walk up and kiss him. That's what I do.
I could do that.
Yeah, that's worked a lot.
Walk up, set a booth up, free kisses.
You don't mind if I have a snack while we work, do you?
You'll have to hide it later.
I mean, as
wasn't
long as she
going
doesn't
to
kill it.
kill him. Just bring him away for a little bit.
I've done it.
Anyway,
I
yeah,
just
let's go
kinda
say
shrug,
hi to the booth.
Give a little
guy.
thumbs up and go, all right, good luck. And I walk over to where Xavier's at.
I guess Isaac will follow Sidra.
So,
Wait.
Sidra, Ricky, Rhapsody, Isaac going up to the ticket booth.
Well, as we're getting close to the stadium, I think we should probably look for cameras.
Yeah,
You'll
I
see-
was going to do that with Xavier as well.
You'll see one camera over the ticket booth, watching the area. We'll get to Xavier and Armand. Well, Xavier and Armand, you're going to try and find a way round the back.
I
We're
thought they were purposely looking for cameras.
we were gonna
We would-
break off
yeah.
and quietly plant this away from them.
Okay.
Yeah, how does the entry work in this place?
There is a
But
big
at
fucking
this
fence.
point, yeah, at this point, Xavier said we're gonna get there. We're gonna look for the barrier, so lights and cameras, and then we're gonna go in lights and cameras.
Yeah, so I
From
thought you
there,
were.
and then we would figure out from there. We started the plan, which kind of what Xavier's saying, but yeah, at this point, I don't
Yeah.
know why we would be separate. We might be together.
So all of you,
I guess if there's one big gate, yeah.
all of
Yeah.
you walking up to the ticket booth. Anything you
Yeah.
wish to discuss
I-
on your 5 or 10 minute walk up to the ticket booth?
Should all of us actually walk up to the booth with the camera there, or just one of us lure him away?
I would probably say, does it? It's like a downward angle, so it just records who's at the ticket booth.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would probably not immediately walk up to the ticket booth.
I would wait back if I see him do that.
I would also back back.
I just silently point at the camera above the ticket booth.
Nonchalant.
Ricky nods.
Yeah, nonchalantly.
Is there?
Ricky, did you say you wanted to go speak with the gentleman at the booth?
I wonder if I can get him to come with me. You want to see to any others?
We'll look around to see if there's anyone else at the ticket
Oh.
booth.
Nope, just the ticket guy on the ticket booth for the ticket entrance.
Sidra,
All right.
it might be good if we're the ones to plant this. Fuck, I have no idea. I've never been to this fucking place. Who likes football? Like, fuck.
I like football players.
Wait,
I
Amon.
pictured Ricky more into fireman, to be honest.
I say this quietly. Amon, if you disabled the camera that transmits everything to the place, this wouldn't matter, right?
They're probably not connected.
Do I see? Yeah, I think
I mean, if
that
they
that
were
one might be.
smart, then not. But
Yeah. Do I see a light on the camera?
Have you gone up
Can
to the
I
ticket
check
booth?
the camera? No.
No, you can't see shit.
I think
You just
Isaac
see
was
the side
back
of the
with
camera.
group.
Why don't we just assume there's a camera over it and just have one, rather not very suspicious person approach him and lure him away?
so Rhapsody.
Also, Rhapsody, if you go up there, if there's not a light on the camera, you're good. Because the ones back in the car park were still moving and whatnot, but they weren't recording.
Rhapsody would head up.
The ticket man. Ticket master. The bloke who hands out the tickets greets you. Hi there. Are you here for the game?
Yes.
Excellent. Tonight it's the over 60s five-a-side. Have you got your ticket?
No, I don't have a ticket. Sorry.
That's right. I can send
is
you one right now. They don't sell very much.
Rhapsody would, in her head, send a message to Sidra saying, "Yeah, there's a football game on tonight. 65 plus.
60s
aside.
and over five-a-side.
60s and over 5-a-side.
The game lasts 90 minutes, or whoever dies first.
Has the game already? She's asking Rhapsody. Has the game already started?
Has the game started yet? By
No.
any chance?
They need a bit of time to, change.
To warm up, okay.
A couple of hours.
It could
Then to
totally
realise where
play
they are.
football.
Then be told what they're doing. Takes a bit of time and preparation.
To get the arthritis out of the knees, yeah.
Yeah.
I brain into Sidra. What's going on?
There's a game on. Did Rhapsody tell me it was 65 and over?
Yeah.
60 and over, 5-a-side.
10 players on the field.
5 aside. Whatever.
I did say that.
But I know that.
Do you tell me that?
Okay. No, I did not tell you that.
Okay.
To Rhapsody. Okay. We can get in. We can say Isaac's one of the players.
That's
I think
why I was
the rest of
asking if she was-
the rest
if
of
you
us are
told me.
going to need tickets, but sure. Goes back to like talks to the what's it called, the ticket person, and I have some friends who I'm waiting on. They'll be here soon.
Oh, excellent. We might have more people in the stands tonight for this one. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah.
Most
How
of it's carers.
how many do you usually have?
Oh, so at one point, we actually had 6 people turn up to watch.
Okay, so there's like 16 people in the stadium right now.
That sound effect was Isaac actually practicing with a rock.
So, Isaac, it's a seniors
yes,
game
Sidra.
tonight. It's a seniors game tonight.
Oh,
You're playing.
do you? I am. Is there vacancy on the team?
I'm sure we can make some.
Very
saying this
well.
out
Should I
loud?
go?
Yes, I'm saying, yeah, because he doesn't have the brand, so I'm saying this out loud, so everyone around, except for Rhapsody, will be able to hear it.
Well, let's go speak with the gentleman.
Ricky looks over to.
Do we have a way
Rhapsody.
in? I don't know how we're going to get people out.
I
Sidra.
think.
Sidra, once the players take the field, they won't be in the house. They'll be in the field.
So we have to get the other 6 people in the stands out.
Wait a minute. Where are we doing what we're doing?
I don't think we know yet.
I was thinking probably the bathroom.
Ricky
I mean, if they're
glances at
Ricky's-
Xavier.
old, we're probably putting them
Um,
out of their misery.
Ricky shoots Sidra a really harsh look.
I
Then
think
looks
what
over at
Ricky's
Xavier.
saying is, if we're blowing up the building, the people, as long as people aren't in the building, they might not be caught up in it.
Let's make something very clear here, because
Yeah, but there's
obvious-
debris and stuff. I
hold
mean,
on. There's people here that don't understand what we're dealing with here. I hold it up.
Astralites.
This is Astrolite. This isn't
Mhm.
TNT. This is like a mini nuke without the nuke. It does. I put this in the bathroom over there, and I point to like the far side stands. It doesn't matter. It's getting all of this.
Ricky takes 2 quick steps and does a very silent. Oh fuck!
So what if
Well-
Isaac streaked to the field?
I don't think the point is. This needs to be done before the game starts. Isaac,
What-
But
hey,
everyone's already
hold on.
there.
I
No.
got an idea.
the fans aren't in
Um,
yet, are they?
Isaac looks beat up still. We could probably use that as a reason that the game needs to be canceled and everybody needs to leave.
I don't think they would ask you to forfeit instead of cancel. I don't. It doesn't really sound like what they do here.
Well, I mean, depends on what caused Isaac to look this way.
In all fairness, I think Rhapsody should be able to explain him in before he has to be turned away. Isaac just needs to be our way in. Being turned, it doesn't. Whether or not he goes on the field and actually plays a game is irrelevant. They're not playing this game.
I just thought if he streaked through the field, everyone would run away.
I mean, we could have Rhapsody streak through the field and everybody would follow.
No, typically what happens when somebody's seen streaking is people call the local constabulary and there is a altercation.
I look around. Doesn't seem like that type of place.
If there's any questions regarding my appearance, I could explain that my granddaughter just recently picked me up from the assisted living home. That should explain everything.
Ricky winces and gives Isaac a look. The horrible truth is, you're probably right.
Very
pretty sure
well.
we
Should
can.
In all honesty, we
Should I
just
go
need
ahead
to.
up to the booth?
We're
Again.
kindred. We just need to walk in, tell everybody to get out. Have one of the people that are good at convincing people to do what they say, and tell everybody to go home.
I look at Amon. Then I look at Ricky.
Hmm.
Daunt. We're able to intimidate people without saying anything.
I think commanding them is better than intimidating them.
Okay.
Because if we intimidate people, then they're gonna remember.
Shiver's like, what?
But if we walk in there and do something like what the doctor does, and just say go home, and everybody just goes okay and walks out, then
It only works on one person at a time. At least
Sure,
the way I do it only works from one person at a time. Perhaps
right, but
one.
they're all kind, so it shouldn't be
feel
that
like-
hard to do it.
I feel like if you were to speak to a team, you could probably persuade a team in a room all at once. People in a stand might
Especially
be
full of old people.
Yeah. Ageism.
Can I use Blush of Life?
The rouse check.
Do a rouse check for me, yeah. Gain a hunger.
But he didn't want to take a point of health earlier.
Sidra, we're technically not in like combat or anything, so I think that would be really easy to do on multiple people.
I think that's up to the storyteller.
True.
You cannot mass compel people because there is a specific power for mass compel.
That's what I
But you don't
thought.
No, but could you mass
Number 4, number 5,
persuade?
right?
You're not casting a spell, but
Oh yeah, you could mass persuade.
Right, that's what I was getting at. No powers,
Oh.
just telling people in a room,
I was
guys,
for either.
go, and then them just being like, you know what, this guy's telling the truth. That's what I was
What?
getting.
I was
What
for
if-
either.
A moment. What if the lights for the stadium failed?
Can't have a game if there's blackout.
Yeah, but these are fucking Brits. They'll wait around for hours, at least until it starts to rain.
Right,
Oh, it's
but if you and I cut the power, while Sidra and Ricky and Rhapsody and maybe Isaac go in and say, "Hey, we have to cancel the game. The power's out."
I think we're talking about this too much. Let's just pull a fire alarm.
Ooh, yeah. When you're older, one of the first things to go is your night vision. It's quite hard to see when it's dark.
Eat more carrots. Let's go pull the fire alarm.
While these people are bickering back and forth, Rhapsody looks up at the sky and sees what the weather is.
It's dark and cloudy.
Sounds about right.
Just like every other day in England.
Ricky looks at Rhapsody.
So
You got a thought?
I'm
She's not
already
there.
up at the thing.
She's
I'm
nowhere
doing this
near
while
us.
you guys are bickering. Okay, just give me a second. So who's my friends are the ones who have told me to come here, and we're going
You
to be
must have
watching.
very
one of
bad
those play.
friends.
Yeah, sadly. Who's running the play? Who's the person running the game?
I
Do you
believe
know?
it's being run by the city council. It's one of those
Oh,
things that's just
I
being
was-
done.
I was more meaning the person in charge at the moment.
I believe that the person who is refereeing the game tonight is the organizer,
Okay.
Dave Table.
Okay. It's good to know.
Any more names you want?
I
I can
think,
do this all day. Mouse pencil.
I think Isaac would. Mickey pins. I think Isaac would stroll up to the booth. Is this the line for the players?
Jesus Christ, you're going to let him play?
Isaac would pat Rhapsody on the shoulder. My granddaughter just picked me up from the assisted living home. She did ask about my condition, but I told her what the nurses told me, which was, I fell in my bed and no one should. I shouldn't tell anyone. It's my fault. I don't remember that, but
you'd be surprised
that's
how
what they
often I hear
told
that.
me. Really?
Your sister is so irresponsible, isn't she? I mean, we'll be able to at least watch.
Well, if you're with a player, you don't need a ticket. I mean, you do know that we don't cover his insurance or anything like that, right?
Yeah, I think we understand that.
Can I? How's his hearing?
He's getting very senile at this point, and
You're due for a big inheritance, I take it.
wow.
I don't judge. You're
Yeah.
not the first here to come and say that to me. It's fine.
Yeah, I am.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, all right. If you two want to head in,
Thank you.
good luck to both of you.
Would
Yeah,
follow Rhapsody.
we'll need it.
Ricky glances to the others while Rhapsody manages this. So, you want to deal with the power? Rhapsody and Isaac seem to have the players. I'll deal with the ticket booth, man.
I mean, you can deal with the picnic booth or ticket booth, man. Picnic booth. But I'm kind of curious to see if Isaac and Rhapsody can get everybody out, and then once everybody's gone, we just walk right in.
I'm not here to dawdle, though. I don't really care to stick around and watch people work. We need to get this over with. The longer we stick around, the more we're fucked.
All right, I'll grab this one. You do what you do.
Let's go get the power.
Ricky starts making her way towards the ticket booth.
Ah, you here for the game, young lady? Why on earth are you here for the game?
Well, I'm not. Let's just say I made a wrong turn or two. How are you doing tonight, handsome?
What do I do now, Dad?
Ricky will giggle incessantly. I mean, how old are you anyway? He did, all right, out of character. He did say, "What do I do now, Dad?" So yeah, Ricky is gonna be like, wait a minute, how old is this kid?
28.
Oh, well, that's plenty old enough. Lonely night, isn't it? Not many people here.
There never is when it's just, not much interest in the over 60s five-a-side. I don't know why. You should have seen this other guy who went in. Jesus Christ. I hope the woman that she's with gets the inheritance. That guy seemed a bit off.
I see what you mean. I saw him coming in. At any rate, you probably aren't going to see any other customers tonight, are you?
No, but, at least there's the other two security guards that patrol the area. When the game goes on, we just sit down, have a chat, and eat some biscuits.
Oh. They're about now?
Well, they patrol around the place. Security and all that. I mean, I can't imagine why we need security here. It's the over 60s 5-a-side. What the point of that is, I don't know. But at least they pay us.
Using the brand, Ricky reaches out to Sidra. There are 2 security guards on patrol.
Where at?
She goes, so they're probably just wandering about the grounds now, aren't they? Must be a really boring job for them.
Do for me, charisma and subterfuge. Difficulty 2, please.
Where is the correct window? Charisma. Beauty? +1?
Pardon, sorry?
Use beauty apply for +1?
Yes.
4.
What was the fucking question? Oh, yeah.
Where are the security guards?
One of them just patrols around the grounds, making sure no one tries to sneak in. Not that anyone would. I mean, we'd pity them more than anything, to be quite honest with you. And then there's just one on the inside that has to check on, the locker rooms and stuff.
Ricky reaches out to Sidra again. 1 patrolling the grounds, 1 patrolling the inside, checking locks.
To Rhapsody, Sidra says, there's a security card inside by the locker rooms.
Rhapsody replies, got it.
To Amon and Xavier, she says there's a security guard patrolling the outside.
And then to Sidra, Ricky says, I doubt there's much more I can do here. I'll get this one out.
Perfect, thank you.
And then to the ticket booth boy, Ricky leans over the ticket booth on her arms, lets her dress fall just that little bit, and looks at him and says, so, other than your friends, you're all here on your lonesome tonight, aren't you? That's such a shame.
Is it? I mean, I get paid at least.
That's true. But surely no one would notice if you were to slip away for a little bit of fun, now would they?
I mean, what's more fun than the 60s 5-a-side?
Hmm.
Slashing your wrists?
Oh, I wouldn't recommend that when there are so many more wonderful pleasures of this life. What do you
Charisma
say?
and performance. Difficulty 2, please. With your +1 modifier.
Four.
I'd say, get your coat.
I'm already wearing it. Meet you around the back exit. And Rick, I mean, he would have a door out the back for where he gets out.
Yeah.
So she's heading back over there.
Okay.
Well, remember, Shiv said ticket booth in air quotation marks. It's probably not very big.
No, but I mean, he has to have a way for him to get in and out.
Right.
So she's talking about that.
Yeah. I'm with you.
And then she kind of be encouraged, like taking by the hand and kind of encouraging him over towards the kind of wooded area around the stadium.
Ah, you want a quick knee trembler in the bushes? Let's go.
Quick!
So she'd be going. Yeah, but she would be taking her time walking and then taking her time enjoying herself, and if she can, grabbing a little snack. Which you probably don't want to roleplay that.
I mean, to be fair, that would be the
Wait till
part
the end for that.
where she's having fun.
But yeah, she's taking her time. She's not in a rush. And then as she's walking away,
do your predator roll for me now, please.
which is this is the first time I've used that.
Go to blood and XP. You should have your predator already set up.
Right. Does the what are they
Beauty?
called? No, not the beauty. The specialty in seduction count for the predator roll?
No.
No, it does not.
Just straight up the ability to feed.
2 successes.
Yeah, that's
Better
good enough
than
for
I
me.
usually do.
You can take up to 2 hunger. Well, you can slate
Just 1.
2 hunger.
She just likes 1, so she doesn't take that much because she's not that hungry.
Okay. And we'll assume with 2 successes you've got more, and the way you've done it, that there's more than enough time for you to lick the wound and close it after. Meanwhile...
Amon,
Yeah.
you want me to go, or you want to go get this guy in the parking lot?
You might have an easier time. I can go
I hand you
find
the
the
ass.
power.
I hand you the ass light. This is on you. Be careful.
Don't steal
Yeah,
any car
Drew,
stereos.
I'm gonna go take the power out if you deal with this guy. Do you want to meet up afterwards? Because I've never dealt with explosives before.
Dear Lord, it's a good time to learn, but okay. I'll see you there. I'll have Sidra meet us up.
Okay.
I go to take care of the guard in the parking lot.
Well,
On
he's
the-
patrolling around the perimeter.
No, he's
of the fence.
outside somewhere.
Right. So I just was being general.
Right.
He's roaming around, so I go hunt.
Yeah. I'll at some point you would find him roaming around.
Cool. I'll just tell you what I want to do, and we can go from there. Basically,
You're not going
I'm
to try
going
and seduce me?
No.
Oh,
No, basically, wherever he's walking, I'm going to try to get behind him and then sneak up behind him as close as I can. And then either fake it like a robbery or reach up behind him and grab him around the mouth and fake it like a robbery and then try to beat on him. Not
Go sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep.
Yeah, exactly. The vampire way of go to sleep, like...
Yeah.
strength brawl difficulty 2, please.
Would the grappling help?
Yeah, I've got
I know we both have it.
Well, I have a specialty in hold for questioning for brawl and grappling for brawl.
Yeah, apply a +1. Because I think you're grappling.
A questioning one. That's actually kind of
5.
Uh, the guard will give out a muffled load of noises and then eventually fall to the ground unconscious.
Okay. Quick scene. I will start to head back. I won't go in yet. I'll wait for...
Are you
somebody to
leaving
say
the guard on the perimeter of the fence?
No. Is there a car nearby?
I mean, in the car park, yeah.
Sure. I
Half a
scoot
mile
up
away.
to the bottom of a car.
Okay.
There's no cameras at work, from what I understand. So I just shoved him underneath the car.
I'm on. And Sidra?
I'm just searching for the power.
Like, kill him. Like,
I'm
he's gonna
kind of
wait.
just wandering around.
Okay.
I'm being telephone.
Oh, okay. And Armand, what were you doing? And where?
I was searching the perimeter, the outside of the building for like a power box.
The power.
You're not going to find that outside.
Okay.
You'll have to go in the actual bit itself.
Time to be sneaky.
I radio Sidra and say there's no power box outside. If we still want the power to go off, I need to make my way inside. But I don't want to screw up anything Rhapsody and Isaac are doing.
They should be well inside. I think you're okay.
I know, but I don't want to go in there and screw up and cause a commotion.
To Rhapsody, I say, situation report?
And I'll actually let that, if you want, I'll let that be a transition to what they're doing, since I can't really do anything at the moment.
Meanwhile, with Rhapsody and Isaac,
This is a complex mess, but
Do 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 do.
so
Well, oh, go ahead.
no, you go. You go.
I suppose Isaac would be following Rhapsody as they head in towards, I guess, where the players are going to meet, with Rhapsody trying to, I guess, guide Isaac to the changing rooms.
you come across one of the staff members organising the event. And he says, "Ah, you must be the replacement player."
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes, he is.
Which team is he
Ooh.
on?
I was.
I'm
Ask me what their
I'm
fucking
one-
name and what their age is. I'll fucking get you back.
on the home team, of course.
Okay, the one who isn't senile, because this is just both home.
I don't know. Sister gave him to me and was just dropped him off here, and I'm supposed to take care of him. I was given no knowledge of what's going on. I'm kind of just hoping he dies on the field.
Yeah, that's quite common thought, to be quite honest with you. Head into the locker room on the left. See how many are in there. If it's not that team, head into the other locker room on the right.
Thank you. Rhapsody would guide Isaac into the locker room on the left.
Okay. Walk in, and you see 6 older gentlemen, all preparing, gearing up for a game of footed ball.
Well, that's
Hello. How are you gents doing this evening? Are we ready for some footballing?
It's about 11:30.
You know, it's past my bedtime, but you know, sometimes these games go late.
Rhapsody would
I
look
came
around
here
the
on
room.
the bus.
Rhapsody would look around the room to see what like doors or boxes are within the locker room.
Wits awareness. Difficulty 2, please.
This isn't gonna go well.
I mean, you could use intelligence and awareness if you'd like.
No, that's worse.
Oh, okay. Well, you're a little bit fucked. Well, I'm certainly not going to give you the clan compulsion in this one.
No, that would be a bad idea.
Your hunger level
Oh,
3.
crap. Maybe Rhapsody should have had fun with the ticket boy.
You're going to suffer from the hunger compulsion. Looking at all this easy prey with your hunger particularly high. The beast is coming out, urging in your ear, feed, feed, sink them dry, suck them dry. Not in that way. Take all their blood for yourself. Any action you perform that is not immediately conducive to feeding has a 2 dice penalty. This ends when you slake at least 1 hunger.
Oh God.
But even with one success, I think it's fair to say you're able to see, because you're not stupid and you're not blind. The door behind you that you came in on, another door, probably pretty much opposite. You don't have to be a genius to realise that's the door that's going to lead out to the field.
Field. Okay. I think, Isaac, that we should probably check the other locker room because there are 6 people in here.
Oh, you're right. I was the replacement. Let's go to the team with 5.
Tear yourself away from this easy prey rhapsody is going to require a willpower check at difficulty 2, please. With a -2 penalty.
For the aged blood.
Oh. You just about quell your beast inside of you long enough to be able to force yourself out of the locker room. Cold sweat of Vitae appearing on your forehead as you exit. Your fangs are probably coming out to bear as well. Not in a masquerade-y breaching way, but enough that you know that they're there.
Yep.
That's also the technical term, by the way. Masquerade-y breachy way.
So we would head into the other locker room then.
You head in
Yeah.
and you see 5 more succulent, easy bags of blood preparing for their own game.
Oh, this must be my team. Oh, are you blokes ready to play some football?
Yes! I can't think of a senile response, so I'll just go with yes.
It's okay. My granddaughter just got me here. Sorry, I'm late. No, not late, but
Oh,
came
isn't she
later
lovely?
than you
Oh,
all.
she's so young and lovely. Oh, I wish my granddaughter would come here. And you're going to need to do another willpower check at difficulty 2. Because now you are surrounded by burgers. Delicious aged burgers.
One of them might even go in for a hug. You never know.
Fucking old people.
It'll be the naked one.
Wonderful.
Fun.
That's absolutely fine. You resist being able to feed down. You won't have to do any more willpower checks while you're in this room. You are still, however, suffering from the effects of the hunger beast, but you are able to keep it in check for the remainder of this scene until we flip from someone and back.
Rhapsody would message to Sidra. Yeah, I'm very hungry now. And all of these burgers are very tasty looking.
Where are you at?
The locker room.
Resist and try and get them out of there first. If
But
you want to
resistance
nibble
is
on the way
futile.
out, I'm sure that's fine. Is it safe for Amanda to come inside the stadium?
It should be, as far as I know.
Aman, it should be safe to go in. Rhapsody and Isaac are in the locker rooms.
I suppose if Isaac's, they're looking to have Isaac play. Isaac's gonna start looking around for outfit that he could change into, if need be.
Yeah, that'll be a
Not
free
gonna
action.
do any
Just
changing yet.
looking into lockers and things, fine. You will find a spare pair of short shorts and top. Would you care to
I was
start
afraid of
changing?
that. Well,
Because I'm kind of
I'll
liking the
wait a
idea of a
little bit,
clan
wait for the
Cappadocian vampire changing into football gear. Not gonna lie.
Isaac will look over to his granddaughter. Should I start getting ready for the game now? He's like holding up the footballer's uniform with the short shorts.
By the way, it is bright golden yellow with a disgusting blue outline.
I suppose no time like the present, right? And Isaac, unless he gets stopped, Isaac would start changing.
Isaac, no, not
What
right
if
now.
everybody?
Wait for a bit.
Oh, what? So like, what? Mid taking off his shirt, you're like, very well. I'll wait until it's changing time.
One of the older men there also approaches you and says, "Would you like a jockstrap?"
Oh yes, that would come in handy. I know at this age, running things can get good, and it's just no good at all.
I'll get the extra small one. I'm pretty sure the club's got a loaner one around here. I can't say how often it gets washed, though. Just flip it inside out.
I
It'll
should've-
be fine.
Throughout this time, Xavier pops a couple towers. No cameras, fuck it. I'm kidding. I want people to drive away. Be safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do you really want to do that?
Don't question Xavier.
Mumble about wishing you wanted out.
Meanwhile, I'll give you and Rhapsody some time to think about how you're going to get these two teams out of the locker rooms now that you've basically been indoctrinated into one.
The lights go out.
Ricky, if you've finished feeding, you can do something if you so like.
Well, he's just kind of, enjoying the afterglow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He's good. He's not going anywhere, and Ricky knows that.
He is in a state of ecstasy after having been fed upon.
Ricky gets up, turns to him, and says, "It's really nice to meet you. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. Have a nice night." And then she slips up, gets away, and to Sidra, "Well, I'm feeling better. Do we need anything?"
I think just look out for now.
Understood. And Ricky starts
She
to...
left. Hold on, just out of character real quick. She left that guy in like the woods, right?
Mhm. Outside.
He's
outside
not
of the
making it
actual
out
city.
tonight.
Oh, wait a minute.
He's blowing up.
Is he reasonably far enough away?
No.
That's up to you. That's something you have to figure out.
Oh, fuck. I was trying to figure out from what Xavier said how far we're dealing with here.
I mean, the car park is a definite safe spot.
So... Okay,
You
so Ricky... This is
Yeah.
No.
I just found it funny. Like, you left the guy in the woods. I shoved the guy under the car.
Okay.
And the two were in the locker room. Like,
Yeah, but I was
Well-
thinking that I was that I knew it was safe. From
no,
what
you would, it's not safe. No, you would need to
I would know it's not safe.
take him to the car park.
Okay, so Ricky offers him a hand and helps him up and says, "Why don't I help you to your car, sugar?" Is he conscious enough to respond?
I mean, not really. He is not
Okay,
in a
so
lucid state.
she just tries to help him up over his shoulder to walk him towards a car.
Yeah, I'll let you do that for free. And in the meantime,
Okay.
Xavier, probably are you walking back towards the football grounds?
Yes, I have the astrolight. I'm walking.
You'll probably
back
pass Ricky on your way back.
Hey, if you want, you could shove him under a car. It would probably protect him a little bit. Maybe put him in the car with the business card on it.
All right. Sounds good, says Ricky with a very, very big smile on her face as she proceeds to do exactly as asked.
It does sound good. You're right.
Ricky is a very, very happy kindred right now.
Okay.
So what are you doing, Xavier?
We're gonna pin this whole thing on him. I will try to sneak past where that camera is to get inside. I'll roll if you want me to. I don't care.
I'm thinking dexterity and athletics, difficulty 2. Not too hard to get past that.
3.
That's fine.
I'm good at it. That's why I was like, I'll do it. And I will radio to Sidra. Security guard neutralized outside. Ricky's taking her guy to a car. I'm inside. Where should I place the bomb?
I think Amon is still looking for the other security guard and taking the power out. And Rhapsody and Isaac are still in the locker room. So hold
I
off.
reply back. Will reply back. Can you tell Amon I am here? I can assist.
Amon,
Yeah.
Xavier's here. He can
Like,
help
Like
either with the
inside?
security guard or look for the power.
Yeah, I'll try and find a back door if he wants to take care of the security guard. I mean, I was going to make my way in anyway.
I don't care. I'm going either way.
So I tell Xavier, Amon's looking for the back door.
I'll find security guard.
Quick, I want to make sure I get Xavier's lugging around the explosive, and he's gonna go hunting
The
for the security
explosion's
guard.
tiny.
No, it's tiny. Well,
Yeah, the explosion's
it's not tiny, but yeah, it's small for Astrolite. Just a little. It could fit in my coat pocket. Yeah. Like,
Is that a nuke in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
yes. Yeah, it's not. Again, when he was talking nuke without the nuke part of it, yeah, small, big explosion.
So I'm assuming when we go in, you probably have to go one way or the other to go around the stadium.
Yes.
So I will meet up with Xavier.
Or Amon. Yeah.
Amon's going to the back door.
Yeah, but it depends on which way I go. So either I hit the security guard or you do, and then we meet, or we meet.
That's what I was thinking. We meet in the front, because I think I'm just hanging around up front anyway.
Yeah, you would know what I would do.
So we meet up
Shiv,
front, and then we go
while
opposite directions.
While I'm going around the back side of the building, do I see any more cameras?
You would probably, yeah, because it's a fence with bars, so it's not, a solid thing. You would be able to see cameras on the stadiums pointing on the field itself. Probably one or two that are pointing in the stadium itself, stands.
Okay, but nothing pointing around the backside of the main building.
No,
Gotcha.
only an idiot would be around there.
I'm not going to repeat it all, but I'll relay that to Sidra.
I'll relay that to Xavier and Rhapsody and Isaac.
Around so there's a fence between me and the building now, right?
Yes.
Do I see any back doors on the building?
No.
Oh,
You would be able to see.
appears.
If you do,
Mm-hmm.
would you prefer wits or intelligence plus investigation?
If it's investigation, then intelligence.
Intelligence
Actually, yeah.
investigation at difficulty 3, please.
Oh God. Oh,
You look at the building, convinced that there should be some way in there, but unfortunately, you're unable to actually find this way in.
because the fence is in my way and stuff.
You're just a bit dumb.
Okay. I mean, you're not wrong. I'll
I am
probably,
sorry, by the way.
Yeah, you're fine. I messaged Sidra and I'm just like, there doesn't seem to be a back way, and I'm going to come back around to the front.
Roger that. And I relay that to Xavier.
Is that an asterisk on your...
Can-
Oh, no, never mind.
Let's
Can
find the guard, then I can feel better about roaming around looking. God damn it.
yeah, can I try and do the stealthy thing into the front door like Xavier did?
Sure. Dexterity and athletics, difficulty 2, please. Why don't you just go into the security booth and turn the thing off?
Oh, there's a security booth. Well, if I had seen it, I just didn't. I don't know how things in the UK work. Here.
For the
I didn't know
record,
there was this...
Not Xavier saying there was someone on his team to do that. Xavier didn't do that, so I played
Yeah,
for my
screw-
backstory, but yeah.
Yeah, screw that. I go to the security booth now that I know there is one, and with known.
I mean, that's
Then
where
I
the
would
guy
have
with
seen
the
it.
tick... That's the ticket booth. That's the thing. It was described for you.
Why didn't I?
If he
I heard
doesn't
ticket booth.
backstory, he doesn't have experience doing that. He doesn't think to look at that. This is something that Kalo immediately would have been like, "Is there a computer around?" You know what I mean?
It's true. Yeah.
I got your back.
Yeah, and then Kalo would go up to it and try and play Pac-Man or something.
With his laptop. You have technology, so I think you may know to look for that at the very least.
Yeah, well, I mean, as a player, when I heard ticket booth, I didn't also immediately go, "Oh, the security system might be in there." But yeah, I'll try and get into the ticket security booth.
Yeah, that's fine. For some reason, the door is unlocked. And it is empty inside. Where did the security man go?
Ron just whispers, "Good job, Tabby." Ricky. Said the wrong name. And I just start... I fiddle with the computer to shut it off.
Dexterity. Yeah. Technology. Difficulty 2, please.
Nip. Really? I'm re-rolling those two. Reroll. 2, not 3.
Wonderful. You look at the laptop and you see the quite obvious stop button. Move the mouse cursor over it, click it, and delete the footage.
Oh shit, I deleted the System 32 folder. Oh, it's not my problem.
Don't get cocky.
I know.
You casually walk out of the security booth, which means slightly
Don't leave
walking to the
fingerprints.
left.
Oh wait, never mind.
What was that last part, Shib?
You casually walk out of the security/ticket booth, which basically means walking slightly to the left, and casually enter inside of the football grounds itself.
Message Sidra, and I go, all the cameras are down. Well,
Even the
I
ones
assume
inside?
maybe... I'm not going to get confident. I'll just say the one directly out front. but probably the other ones too. But still be careful.
Xavier, at least the front camera is down.
Let's get this fucking security guard down. Xavier says with intensity in your head. He doesn't say it out loud, but he's like, I'm snapping. You can't hear. I can't snap. Oh. But he sounds like...
Don't you have silence of death on anyway? We couldn't hear you snap anyway.
Oh, yeah, true. But you can tell that... You can... For effect, you can tell that the Xavier is in the mood, in the zone that this is... He is now acting like a soldier, so this needs to be done with tactical precision. We need to get this done now. So, like, whatever words they use. Affirmative, let's take this fucker down, or something crazy.
Ricky's now done with what she was doing, right?
So Sidra will reply in the same tone, affirmative.
Yeah, probably. So, Sidra and
Affirmative,
or
Commander.
Xavier find this next security guard. And it dies.
Yeah.
Not really, hopefully. Maybe. Should we roll a dice off?
Yeah,
don't
what are
know
we doing? We're
I don't know
both
where.
looking.
Yes, my question. What are you doing? Where are you going?
We went opposite
went
directions
opposite
looking for the
ways.
security guard.
So
One of us is
are
already
behind
going.
this guy. We're inside.
They're essentially both walking around the place, and whoever finds him deals with him.
Xavier and Sidra, having walked around the perimeter of the inside of the court, find themselves at the very back, meeting up with each other outside the room or little shanty building that Armand was too stupid to figure out how to get into, and see the door, quite obviously, right in the centre, facing towards the pitch.
You try the door. If it's unlocked, I think you could probably explain your way into the room.
So I'm confused. What room is this?
This
It's
is like-
it's like a security room on the other side. Like an office.
Okay.
Where the door's shut. So Xavier's telling you, you try the door. If it works, you can explain yourself into the room.
Okay. Sidra goes up and tries the handle.
It's fine, it's unlocked. And well done for not knocking.
She peeks her head into the room.
You'll see the back of the head of someone sat down, leaning back, legs crossed and splayed out on the table, a few monitors here and there. They're all out, not working.
Okay, asleep.
Is there any way to lock the... No, never mind. Bad idea.
Xavier's back. Xavier's in the back. He can see everything that's happening since you walked in. So
Sidra goes in and taps the guy on the shoulder.
Yeah, fuck it. He will awaken suddenly with a snort. What the hell are you doing here? You shouldn't be here.
no shit.
It's time for you to go home. The game's over.
What? But I set an alarm.
It must not have worked. See, there's no one out on the field. It's time to go home.
It's funny, none of the monitors seem to be working either. Charisma, persuasion. Difficulty 2, please.
I'm re-rolling.
You should with that pool.
Right?
There you go.
I'm re-rolling again.
No, that's
Oh, no,
fine.
it's difficulty 2. Never mind.
Yeah, you
Never mind.
succeeded. Yeah.
Really? Oh. Well,
Panic ensued.
wait. You still shouldn't be here, though.
But your friend up at the ticket booth told me to come get you.
Oh, Dave Table, he's a twat.
I saw him with some chick, so...
Oh, that makes sense. He was only 2 days away from retirement. Anyway, come on then. You better come with me. Let's go.
Okay, come on. And she leads him out the front door.
He will just groggily go with you. What you gonna do now, Buster?
So I lead him out to the front door. You parked in the car park?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm the other direction, so I'll talk to you later. Have a good night.
Charisma persuasion difficulty 3, please.
Don't forget he's not a group of people, and that compel thing could totally work on.
Yeah, well that was my backup plan.
How on earth
So
do you get
difficulty
no
3.
successes with that pool?
Yeah. I am
Because
going to
no
go
time
ahead
is
and use
being-
compel and say, go ahead, go home.
Show me compel.
I showed it earlier.
Shiver, can you do me a favor? Add a context here. Can you create a voice macro when you say "show me compel"? It does the sound of the Wheel of Fortune wheel turning to do the clicks. Like it shows
Yes.
where it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
No, it would
Remind me and I
Don't
will.
do it
the
often,
family
but when
feud.
you do, it's like Jeopardy music. But I feel like the Wheel
It
of
would be
Fortune.
No, you need the family feud. That's where it's from.
It is, but for some reason I heard Wheel of Fortune. You get where I'm going with
And then we
this.
can
Please do it just for that. That's the only thing we need an audio cue for because it's hilarious. Show me compel, or show me whatever.
The security guard. Remote coaster.
What kind of name is that?
Looks at you.
It's his gang name.
Now you know why the Native Americans named their children after the things they saw in giving birth.
Was
He
that
looks at you.
Ramon Costa?
His eyes glaze over. He turns, and he just walks single-mindedly out of the stadium. You can hear him muttering under his breath, "But there's no car park the other way."
I watch him until I'm sure he's far enough away.
He's heading
You
towards the
just
car
go.
park where Ricky is.
Yes.
And so
Yeah, but he's
Ricky,
Yeah, he's
right,
compelled. He's
Ricky's
not going to
facing
care.
approaching.
The dynamic duo of Rhapsody and Isaac, and joined by their new sidekick, Jock Strap.
Joe.
Jockstrap Jake.
Jake, okay.
Jake Strap.
Words are hard.
Oh, I suppose I'll go ahead and get changed.
No. I just remembered, everyone. The game is not happening. The game has been called off due to weather.
Weather? But there's always weather.
Oh.
Yes,
Is that what that warning was about?
yes. The game has been called off.
Charisma persuasion. This is going to be difficulty 3 with a -2 modifier.
Is this going to be a -2 modifier with on the top of the other -2?
No, it's just -2.
And I'm guessing my beauty thing will not.
No, I think that can apply. So make it, yeah, I think that'll apply. So it's -1 modifier.
-1.
Fuck me.
I can re-roll the 0, can't I?
Yeah,
That would make it not a messy critical.
Hold on.
that's correct.
Actually, yeah, never mind. I was going to say, I think
But that would
the
bring you
2
down
zeros double it, but
to
never mind. Wouldn't it be...
2 successes. No, 3 successes. And it was
3
difficulty.
successes.
Yeah, it'd be
So
3.
yeah,
I'm going to re-roll that 0.
Could be 4 if she rolls
Ooh,
another
messy
success
critical,
that
that
isn't
could
a
be
0.
fun.
Point is, when you blow away the successes and you have a messy critical, just roll the 0. You're still fine. Yeah. See, so
yeah, that's fine.
you still got like 5
That is no longer a
successes.
messy critical. All the old people sort of look around and they're like, oh, well, I guess we better go then. And then they start packing up their stuff agonizingly slowly. Like, really fucking slowly. Why don't you just die already?
Isaac will put.
And
Oh, sorry.
then turn to Isaac and say, are you coming? There's a warning,
Yes,
you know.
I
The
need
game's
to
been called off.
evacuate. Absolutely, Isaac will open the locker and like put the footballing gear away, and he'll close up and start like following everyone out. Yes, I thought I heard the warnings on the radio. Wasn't sure if that was this area or not.
It's been ages since
I'm
I've been able to
glad
listen to
that-
the wireless. You know, then since they've changed everything to go over to digital, I haven't been able to get a decent signal for BBC Classic. Sorry, TBC Classic.
Yes, it's. I don't know why they keep taking things off the radio. You'd think with
I've been
all the
having to-
people they'd put more on.
I've been having to listen to that TBC one, and it's terrible. It's full of all this young people music with the hippity hoppity. I just can't stand it. It doesn't sound like a beat to me. Back in my day, it used to all be about trumpets.
Rhapsody would whisper to Isaac to, yeah, take it outside and to the parking lot.
Isaac will say, Rhapsody, make sure to get the other locker room out. I'll escort these fine lads out. And so Isaac will continue to talk about music and trumpets and polka with his group of people.
We listen to poker at the bridge nights. You should come to the bridge club. Why don't you come to the bridge club?
When is your bridge club? I've got a reading club I go to. If there's not a conflict, maybe I could
Right.
go.
It's lovely. Maureen brings out tea and we have crumpets. It's Thursday's afternoon.
Now, what kind of tea is it? Is it Earl Grey?
Oh, well, we only have the normal real tea. BG tips, of course. None of that exotic stuff.
Oh, okay. I think I'd quite like some tea and biscuits and a game of bridge or two.
Oh, well, you only get biscuits if you win, you know. Otherwise, it's crumpets. Crumpets and jam. This is going to be the rest of the game, by the way. I'm just going to talk to Isaac now.
Meanwhile, Xavier is
No, shut
setting
up.
up the
Yeah.
astrolite bomb in the office where the guy was that Sidra told to leave.
Okay.
Just so we know.
Yeah, no problem. That's not going to be you don't need to roll for that or anything like that.
I figured. I'm
That's
mostly
fine.
doing that for the audience. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is happening during tea time.
So have you tried out that TVC4 radio station?
Hurry up and get moving, please.
I radio to Sidra.
We're having this
I'm planting
discussion
the bomb now. You
as
might
we
want to find
shuffle
everybody else.
out.
Oh, shuffle, yes, let's shuffle. Do you play bowls?
Rhapsody starts slowly
Okay.
pushing them towards the exit.
I've been
Oh,
waiting to
I
do
thought
this
you were
ever
going
since
to the
Isaac
locker
came
room.
into the game.
Oh, granddaughter of mine, can you go let the other team know about the weather warning? We wouldn't want them caught in some nastiness.
That TVC Radio 4 is very edgy, you know. They have a woman present the news. Very edgy.
A
Very
woman presenting
Yes.
the news.
I know.
That's so progressive.
It's wonderful that they're allowing women to do the news these days, isn't it? They'll be wearing trousers
That's
next.
quite wonderful.
Did I ever tell you about my sister? She was a suffragette. Had a terrible accident with a horse.
Oh, that's quite a shame.
The real shame
Hey,
is
Raph,
the fact that she bought a return
Situation in the
ticket.
locker room.
The situation in the locker room is it's a bunch of 60-plus-year-olds. They won't move. They just keep talking.
No.
I'm so hungry.
But
Give
Rhapsody,
me something
so-
to eat, please. Not one of these 60-year-olds. They look disgusting.
The asteroid's
Rhapsody, the
planet. Get
first
the
group-
fuck out of there.
I can't. Isaac isn't helping. They just keep talking.
So Ricky, to clarify, the first group of old people Isaac is walking out with, and we're having this conversation as we leave the place. The other locker room, I think
Okay,
you still need to go into.
I'm gonna need
Because
to
I've got
leave
plenty
the
more to
locker
talk
room.
about.
Okay.
So
Ripsty's then going to leave the
I'm
locker room
prepared for this.
with
I'm an old
with
man.
this group and go up to the person who was clearly doing the organizing and say, "One of the teams is just leaving. I think they don't want to play. I think."
Oh, for fuck's sake. It happens more often than not. They bring in these bloody senile old bastards, and before they've even walked onto the fucking pitch, they forget they're even doing a fucking game. Do you know how many times this whole thing has been ruined? The only recompense I can take is the fact that I have to still get paid, but at least it's 500 quid in my pocket, because they fucked off, so they don't get anything, so I just keep it.
Yeah, that is fair, but I think we don't have a game.
Well, you go and tell the other team. I'll fuck off. I can't be bothered with this shit anymore.
Ripsty sort of doesn't sigh, but just gives a look of defeat and goes into the other locker room. Willpower check.
No, I think you're good at the moment.
Okay.
I think you're good at the moment. Let's not try and push that one.
Yet.
Ah, young lady! How can we help you? You seem to be in the wrong locker room.
The game is the other team's just left. You guys, the game's been called off. You need to go home.
Do we win by default?
I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, do you have our winnings? Bet you wish you took the willpower.
No.
We're supposed to be paid, aren't we? How else am I supposed to get my new false teeth?
I was confused. Sorry. The game just doesn't happen. You need to go home.
Charisma, persuasion, difficulty. Let's make it 2 with a -2 modifier. -1 modifier overall. Now I wish I could actually do the willpower rate roll. Willpower check. Well, that's quite a disappointment. What happened to your grandfather? He seemed like an interesting fellow. Does he play whist?
No, my grandfather does not play whist.
Oh,
Just
hang on,
prepared.
young lady. What's this behind your ear? Oh, it's a shiny 20p piece just for you.
Sidra does that trick better.
You can keep that. It's time to go home. Just pack up, please.
Well, I suppose there's no other choice then, is there really? Do the willpower check, because that dude got really close to you, and you were just like, God, I want a burger. Difficulty 2, -2 modifier. Yes!
And just think, this is an aged beef burger.
No.
You need to take this one somewhere a bit more private and feed.
Is there a bathroom nearby?
There's a shower
I
built
think the
in that you
proper
can
word
just
is-
walk into.
Shower room or locker room?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I look around the corner, is there anyone in the shower area?
No.
Okay. Can you please come with me, sir?
You're going to have to leave me. The fog today is so thick I can't even see my own cataracts.
Okay. I'll take his hand and lead him around the corner into the shower area, and then have a bite to eat.
Okay, do your predator roll for me, please. I don't believe you get.
I
You do
don't.
not-
I forgot. I
you
forgot
don't
to set up my predator roll. I don't know what it is. God damn it!
Well, in that case, go with. Because we can do this on the fly. Why not?
Siren, right?
Yeah, it's Siren.
Either
Charisma
charisma, persuasion, or charisma subterfuge, whatever you
Chris-
take specialty with.
I took a specialty with charisma persuasion, so
The charisma persuasion, there is no modifier for this. There's the only +1 modifier. Oh, you don't get the plus modifier. Charisma persuasion. Oh, yes.
Ouch!
Yes.
Well, it's a
Fuck.
good thing this place goes.
and of course I can't re-roll any of that. I'm guessing.
Yeah, you can.
We love messy criticals.
Could we roll the 0?
Reroll the
Yeah,
zero.
zero.
When you succeed that high and get a messy critical, look at rerolling the 0. I said
Yeah, I'll re-roll the 0.
I mean, either way, this place goes
Our
boom
plan
soon.
for it, yeah, it's gonna blow up.
Yeah,
God
the idea
damn
I
it.
don't think is just she wants to.
Yes. I
Ouch.
think it's meant to be.
Oh, no.
Dry aged beef.
I'll keep it.
Like,
Okay.
I don't know if you can record that.
trying to kill innocents.
Oh yeah. Oh god damn it.
He's dead.
Do
If
one
he's
more
dead.
re-roll.
All right, this will be the one that you're safe on. Go for it.
If
You
she
can't,
rolls another
you
0,
can't
then
roll
we
another
leave him.
0, another 10, surely.
Oh god, it'd be hilarious. It'd be so hilarious.
God damn it.
Okay.
I will literally just left.
You take the old man into his arms, and he's like jelly, warmed up, melting upon your touch. You sink your fangs into him and drain. How much would you like to drain? 1 or 2 hunger?
1.
Drain 1 hunger out of him. And then he's just in this strange euphoric state with his jockstrap round his ankles.
I will try
You may
and
slake 1 hunger.
move. Yeah, I have slated 1 hunger. I'm going to
Oh.
try and work.
And, by the way, have yourself a willpower point for playing along with that compulsion. I'm being a good sport about it.
While that's going on, Ricky sees like the first team and Isaac coming out, and probably that security guard filing out into the car park, right?
Yep.
So while that's going on, Ricky reaches out to Sidra
Or-
and is
or-
all like,
You do not see. Yeah, you see. Nobody sees Xavier yet, because if you see Xavier, the bomb has been set. So I will say
"No."
something.
That's why I was asking
Yeah,
about
I
like the team and the security guard that were coming to the car
Yeah.
park,
Gotcha. Okay.
and Isaac with the team. So Ricky reaches out to Sidra through the brand and is just all like, "Hey, sensational."
Why, hello.
Hello.
The first team is out. We're still waiting for the second team. All the security guards are out. And I'm going to head back in and check to see if there's any audience.
All right. Well, I am feeling very good right now. Is there anything else you need me to do?
Help check the audience?
All right. Which side are you on?
The left.
I'll take the right. And Ricky will start heading towards after she's out of sight of the people filing to their cars. Oh wait, fuck! Oh no, they're under the car. I was gonna say there's people, but we shoved them under the car. After she's out of sight of any of the kind, she'll use the eyes of the beast to start looking through the dark to look and see if there's anybody on, or she'll also like duck her head under the bleachers, see if there's anybody having a bit of fun under there too. Hey,
All fine.
STDs are most rampant in old folks' homes.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in Twitch chat, raise your hand if you've had sex under a car.
I actually have not.
Sit under the bleachers.
Anyway,
Oh, or bleachers.
I haven't had it there either.
Not together. Just.
You wish.
Yeah, you brag for that.
Anyway, so as soon as Ricky knows it's all clear, she just reaches out to Sidra and says, "All clear," and turns to start walking back towards the car park.
Hey, Xavier. Which car did you put the guy under?
I point to the back of the parking lot.
Well, no, I'm out of character. I'm asking you this.
Yeah, far away. If the car park's okay, he's at the back of the car park.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not gonna fuck you over for the car thing. That's fine. Just assume
No,
wherever he is,
I
he's
know.
safe.
Just
That's why. Yeah.
Just hold on. I'm picturing all these people leaving, and I know that most of the old folks probably rode the bus there, but they get in their car and they're like, "Oh man, it's so sad that the game got canceled. Oh well, let's head home."
Yeah.
That was my mental image that I had to share.
I mean, okay.
I'm not trying to screw you over. It's
Somebody
just,
drives over this guy because he is under a random car way over there. So sure.
I just had a funny mental image I had to share.
How is Rhapsody dealing with the
Manhandling this old dude back, trying to stick his clothes on, and drag him out, and basically go, "Yeah, this guy collapsed."
That's fine.
That's the plan.
That's fine.
Can someone help me?
I think I'm still probably out around the front of the building.
Who is around?
I could help him. Yeah, I could
Isaac's
help
with
her.
the first team.
It's just the other team.
Are you and I
Is
close?
Ricky out there to help?
Mm-hmm. But she doesn't hear Rhapsody right now.
Yeah, me and Ricky are in the stands.
Well,
Rhapsody
Ricky was
from
on her way back towards the car park, but I mean, she doesn't know what's going on with Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's the problem with the brand. It goes to you and then everybody else. So you need to relay.
Also, Rhapsody's yelling this out because she's hoping that there is something out
Rhapsody
there, and there probably isn't.
Let me make something clear then at this point, because if we decide that our area is secure, Xavier probably would have said, "I'm arming the bomb. Leave. Make sure everybody else is safe."
Sidra's not giving you the all clear yet. And Sidra knows the other team's not out yet.
Yeah, but Xavier understands that you would tell him when to arm it. The point is, we're clear here. I'm going to wait here. You tell me when to push the button, but you need to leave now to help them to escape. So the point is, I'm going to arm the bomb whenever that is on the call, but you need to go help them. So I probably would have said pretty early on that you need to go help them. So you would have started heading back to the car park. I'm just trying to like lore
I'm out
wise.
front of the
I
place.
feel like maybe you would have already been back around that way to help them to then be like, okay, Xavier, arm the bomb.
I'm out front, and as soon as Rhapsody exited and was like, "Can I have some help?" I'd help her.
Okay.
I was checking to see if there was an audience, which I haven't heard back on.
No, there is.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There's not. At
No.
that point, I would be checking back in with Rhapsody because that other team still hasn't left yet.
I'm trying to get them out. They're very slow. Also, I want to go hunting after this, or maybe tomorrow. This is gonna get fucking like. Rhapsody's trying to herd the people out. Not fully
Yeah,
covering.
that's fine.
Okay.
That'll be free. That's something you would be successful at, even if it takes a while. I would still say, yeah, that's not going to be a problem.
And
I
yeah,
think you've
then
done enough of the roles for tonight.
Rhapsody still wants to go hunting now.
That little bit of food
Good.
has you hungry, doesn't it? Go hunting at an old folks' home, an assisted living
No.
home.
So as soon as Sidra follows the last team out, and where's Amon at?
I'm with Rhapsody.
Oh,
We're dragging the guy back.
so we'd
To the car
all
parking
be out front at this point except for Xavier.
Yeah, I disabled the security system, and I've been out front since. So
Xavier, I think we're good to go.
I would find it safe to assume that with our plan, when you said it's good to go, that we would all meet up at Amon's car, by the way. Okay.
That's my assumption.
Shiver, to confirm, since we're not in combat,
Yes, darling.
I can tell you what I want to do, and you can tell me what I need to do from there, right?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to light this fuse and then run the fuck away. Now,
Oh,
I understand
it's a
that I'm
remote
on the
control.
outside. Oh, it is. So then
Oh, nice.
I will walk back dramatically way after they got there, and they'll be like, all right, we're ready to go. And they'll be like, what? And I'll reach up and push the button and then hop in the car.
you guys
You have
don't
to walk
look
at
at
least a little bit with the
explosions.
explosion behind it.
Yeah. like I'll just be like, we're good. I'll reach up, push the button, and hop in the car, and hopefully follow. Like now he's like, it's remote control.
You never asked.
It was before. It was
I
before. I didn't think to ask.
The last one was.
I think Isaac would get in the vehicle as soon as his group got to the vehicles.
As soon as Xavier was like, it is now.
He's
So
like
you-
walking towards the car with an explosion in the background. Mine's just like, oh, I want to do that.
So you click the button, right?
Right before I get in the car.
Okay.
Yes.
So everybody's trying to get in the car.
Oh.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, we got to go.
Yep.
Ricky is getting very quickly into the car if she can.
I was already in the car probably by that point.
As soon as everybody's in, tires screeching.
You and everyone else.
Yep.
As you drive off, of course, the sound of sirens, police cars, fire trucks, all heading in the exact opposite direction towards what was left of the football stand. Is there anything you wish to discuss on your journey?
Rhapsody's going to cuddle up to Ricky and go, "Can we go hunting?"
Ricky looks to Rhapsody, who she's never been used to acting like this before, and goes, "Absolutely. Are you all right?"
I had a run-in with an old guy.
Oh,
Not
Well,
exactly something I'm proud of.
yeah. As soon as we get out of here, yeah, I can bring you someplace. Same prey as mine?
Hmm.
I can find you something.
Is there anything anyone wishes to discuss or do, or would you like to split up and go to your respective havens?
Hearing what they had said, Xavier will look at the other 3.
2, 1, no.
Is everybody else okay?
I'm actually feeling very good.
Isaac might rouse to heal a superficial wound
Please do a route check for me.
while
You know what? Same thing.
relaxing in the car.
Gain 100.
I will as
Of
well.
course I did.
Ricky's gonna leave her
I'm
brand
quite-
on for now.
I'm quite famished myself. I wouldn't mind stopping for some food somewhere.
Xavier, Zach.
McBloodolds.
I
Mhm.
I was gonna say
don't.
butter.
I don't think you want the same food as us.
Oh, no. I mean, not unless it's unconscious.
I'm
Well,
not sure we
recently
can us
killed.
because whatever.
I'm currently
I'm dead.
cuddling Ricky, so
It is not normal for Rhapsody to be cuddly, ever.
So you're okay. Amon, I know you're okay. Sidra.
I'm good.
All right, cool. I guess next week we can meet up at the Coterie Haven, figure out what to go where to go from here. We paid our debts to Valdris. Sorry, you paid my debts to Valdris. I appreciate that. We should revisit. Sidra.
Xavier,
Yeah,
you get a call on your mobile phone.
motherfucker. While I'm saying that, I'm like that motherfucker. I pick it up. Do I see who it is before I pick it up? Blush of life. Actually, I'll do this.
Rouse check.
Yep, in this moment, I'll blush of life. All right.
Gain a hunger. Because you still haven't bought a stylus.
Yep. Nope. On purpose. I play my character.
You will see. You'll know it's Elysium, and you can probably guess who it is.
Yeah, okay. I'll pick it up. Hello.
Xavier, come to
Yes, dear.
Elysium tonight. Now,
On our way.
thank you.
And you all hear me sigh and say on our way. I hang up and say Amon Elysium.
Well, I mean, I guess I was gonna go for a snack anyway. I guess
No,
get one.
look. I'm Elysium.
No, I understand. I'm saying I was probably gonna go get a snack
Elysium
after
has
this
snacks.
anyway. But
Oh,
Elysium
sorry.
has snacks.
Didn't think I needed the raid to tell me why we were going. I just figured a phone call and me sighing just reflected that we had no choice.
Yeah, this probably isn't good. And yeah,
Still-
I'll start driving towards Elysium.
I still want food. But I don't.
Ricky looks at Rhapsody. Was that going to be good enough, or do you need something more fresh later?
Something more fresh would be nice.
All right. I'll get you the drink when you can.
Thank you.
Anything else you wish to discuss on the way, or just arrive at Elysium?
We'll just get there.
Oakley dokley.
It's been a long night.
Elysium
Is there-
quiet. What?
Is there valet? I've never really asked this. Is there valet at Elysium? Or do you pull up and
No.
park?
I mean, you can't even park directly outside Elysium, really.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah. And we just do our regular.
There's a car park. Desk down from it. Some immeasurable amount. Usual, generically baseless in his appearance, crowd member comes out, relieves you of your weapons. You head down into Elysium. It is quiet. Thorn presides over the floor, sternly and silently watching. Lorvan sits at his table with an open book. Pandora is sat in her booth, bathed in ethereal scarlet light, with a silver chalice placed in front of her.
I would
Say
make my
we'll
way
walk.
over. Good.
I figure we all walk over together, but with Xavier getting the text, he would have been
Yeah,
late.
you were the one that got called, so I'll let you do.
Yeah.
You
do the
rang.
Introduction.
Xavier, thank you for coming so swiftly. I greatly appreciate it. Would any of your Coterie members like a drink?
We would all like a drink, actually.
Yes,
Head over,
please.
head over to the bar. I need to talk to Rhapsody alone, please.
If you don't mind, I'm
Okay.
going to leave Sidra here to be with her. We've had a night.
You wish to leave Sidra with me?
Yeah, I do.
As you wish.
I when I walk by Sidra, I'm like, she wants to talk to Rhapsody, so if you don't mind staying.
Madam Pandora.
Well, first of all, everyone who takes a drink, you may stake one hunger.
Yeah, I probably grab. Everybody probably hears that, so I grab the other 3 to go get the drinks, and then we come back.
So who is with Pandora? Sidra, Rhapsody, Ricky?
Ricky was just about to ask her something.
Ricky stays, but I would assume.
Okay. Ricky, yes?
May I understand there are restrictions on the blood at Elysium? May I give my portion to Rhapsody tonight?
If you so wish.
No, I will be fine, Richard.
All right. Oh, well,
Rhapsody.
I guess not.
My
yes.
Your talents are
Sidra
simply-
doesn't sit down. She kind of stands a little out of the way to give them the illusion of privacy.
Your talents are simply going to waste with this coterie. Okami herself has decided that this experiment is simply too embarrassing for you to be a part of. We can't have our exemplary name being dragged into such things as the constable being angered, can we?
No, we can't. We cannot. I would
Okami
agree with
wishes
you there,
for you.
Pandora.
Okami wishes for you to leave this group. You may take Ricky with you if you so wish. She may yet have a use. You can't talk or seduce your way out of every situation after all. Find someplace safe for now. Okami will arrange something for you to keep yourself busy with soon. Ricky will be your responsibility. She seems to have taken a shine to you.
Thank you, Pandora. May I have a bit of worry for yourself, though?
For
I
me?
mean,
Why?
you are tied. You are tied to this party, to this coterie, and you seem to be losing the only 2 with common sense half the time. I
Sidra
worry for
is
you.
a very capable warrior and scholar. Xavier is rough around the edges, but he can get things done. Isaac is simply out of my control. The doctor has gone missing, and our Mon is Sidra's responsibility.
They are capable. I will agree with that. The best of luck to you and your coterie. Thank you for
As-
having me as part of this coterie.
I'm sorry that you had to suffer such a strange experiment. But please know, you are always welcome to talk to me here.
Thank you, Pandora.
Thank you. Please, take your leave. Ricky, you may fuck off.
I will. Thank you. Rhapsody stands up, lifts the chair slightly, kicks the bottom end of the chair, and puts the chair away like that. So that it doesn't make as much sound.
Pandora smiles.
Ricky nods and says, "Thank you for your time, ma'am," and mimics Rhapsody in putting the chair away for fucking off.
She nods. She nods.
Sidra hovers until the other two have walked away.
Okay. Sidra, I can see you standing there. What troubles you?
I am just thinking over that decision.
In what way?
I am hoping that is not a reflection on my leadership skills.
Not at all. Please, do not take it as such. I would hope that you know, if it was such a thing, we wouldn't be talking in such a civilized manner right now, would we?
Understood.
Okami merely has needs for Rhapsody outside of the Coterie.
I hope she serves her well.
I'm sure she will be successful in whatever Okami has in mind for her.
I'm sure she will.
And I'm sure
Thank
that
you.
you will be successful in your investigations.
I'm sure we will be.
If you don't mind, what are you doing for the rest of the night?
I'm not quite sure yet. Is that an offer?
I would appreciate you staying with me for the rest of the night, if you so wish.
It's not long. I can afford the time.
I would enjoy your company. Please, sit and tell me what you've been up to. And at that point,
well,
you're fine. We can say that everyone fucks off to their individual haven, unless anyone's got anything in particular they want to say or do before we go.
I just make sure to give Sidra the little two-finger salute before he leaves. No words.
Yeah, and Xavier sees that and pulls Amon aside, and then they start talking about old battle stories. So Xavier from Black Ops stuff, and Amon from Second Against Vicious stuff, and we're so all outside and we fuck off to our own havens.
I guess you're mine now, Ricky.
Ricky nods, tilts her head, and says, "It seems so. What do you think about that?"
I mean, it's a new adventure, I guess.
Seem?
Shameless adventure. Didn't quite pan out. But oh well.
Pandora's saying you can't talk your way out of everything. She thinks I'm a typical gangrel, doesn't she?
She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Well, hopefully we don't need a typical gangrel. But if we do, I think I know someone we can talk to.
Is it that Lamia person?
Rhapsody, you really are hungry. Do you need me to help you find something to eat?
Yeah, that would be nice.
Question for this exchange, Shiver.
Yes, darling.
Would Rhapsody know who Akami is?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Okay.
Ricky wouldn't.
No.
Ricky.
She's just the Toy
No.
Commission, right?
Yeah, I mean, she could at least.
I thought,
Oh,
yeah.
Ricky would have figured that out through just context that, Toreador
No,
Primogen.
no, I'm not.
I think we lost
We
Shiver.
can't tell if Shiver's frozen.
His
You
head
did lose
moved
me.
from the tape. Okay.
Oh, there he's back.
Probably there goes the overlay. Oh no, it hasn't changed positions.
But yeah,
So your
It
side
crashed.
did not change.
Hmm.
The stream went down.
Yeah, the stream's down.
Oh, is the
okay.
stream down?
Yeah,
Yeah.